Robin,
All
get your
right.
ass down. Get your ass down.
All right. We're live. Yeah. Okay. So hi everybody. It's Trey and welcome to the channel. I decided to do a live stream with the fellows that I normally do with. Introduce yourselves, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Dazzling Kate.
Hey, it's Henry out here having some problems with the dog. It's a pleasure to be here, Trey. Just gotta put this guy outside for a second. Just give me a minute.
Okay. And we're here to talk about Static, In the Heights, and E3 and some other bull crap for our live broadcasting, my first live broadcasting on my channel, which is pretty cool. So yeah. So let's get into
I'm
it.
back.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start with Static, season 1.
All right.
Hello.
This book was another piece of evidence that Vita Ayala can't do anything right if you put a gun right to her face. I mean, how could she ruin Static? She could have done the exact same plot as the show, shot by shot. No one would literally be pissed off.
She ruined Static bad. She ruined Static bad.
I mean, the suit was a piece of shit. I mean, I'm not blaming Vita because I know she didn't do the art, but the suit was like they were trying to mix every single suit he ever had in just one. They could have just used the one from the show or the original one.
I was thinking the same thing too. Instead of the new costume didn't even show up in the issue. So that's already strike 3, to be honest, for me. Like, if you're going to reintroduce a superhero back into the world of comic books, the first issue should be showing this character's costume. When you open up Dwayne McDuffie's old original 90s run, Static had his costume on. I don't understand this new generation of writers where they want to take their slow time, bringing in heroes and was like, oh, we're going to give you the costume later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
It's boring. It's boring, to be honest.
It reminded me so much of Nobia, the real one. Like, in a lot of elements, it really...
No. Do not bring that shit up. That book is cursed.
I know. It's just, like, really weird because the whole plot was just like, we're taking this super slow, and even then, we didn't even get an action scene until later on.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it because I'm actually allowed to say it. But most of the women in that book look like monkeys, and Wonder Woman looked like a middle-aged woman. That's Wonder Woman.
Right. And it seems like they're falling into that same trap. That is just like that. Like I was saying, you have these black creatives that are actually writing. I mean, they're actually writing these black characters, and you go with the basic racist nonsense all the time. You can't just introduce the character as just the character. You gotta throw in this Black Lives Matter crap and all kinds of nonsense in it as well. And I don't understand. I think that they really think that this is a selling point. And I was trying to tell the artist Nicholas Drapier that it's not a selling point. People don't want to see this. And of course, they were like, well, politics always been in comic books. Yes, it has.
Yes, but look. Let me tell you something. Politics have always been in comic books, but they've never drowned the story. They've only been a small percentage that can even be ignored from the whole story at a point.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
Most of the political stories of the comics of old clearly be forgotten in seconds, but they were so good that they literally stick with you. This shit is so big and on the face, you can literally forget it the next day.
And they should have never done something like this where you have it where the character is literally already part of one position. So it's kind of weird when you have it like, oh,
yeah, but I'll admit one thing with Fizz. At least the women in this comic were kind of attractive. Yeah.
I mean, well, hell, Nicholas Drapier is big on anime, so of course he made sure that his stuff was going to be on point. But to be honest, like Kate said before, what her and your boy Zach, the work looks like Caillou. Like the background doesn't look to match, and the characters aren't that detailed.
True. True.
And
It
I
was
was
like he was trying to mix 3 different art styles at once and ended
yeah.
up with a very chaotic different work.
And once Daphne K had said that, and I was like, dang, I didn't even think about it like that. But I knew the artwork was off though. I'm not saying that the art is not doing his best, but it was definitely off. It was really off. And I feel like with Static, you should have brought your A game. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have went out and got a basic generic black artist. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be
Look, it
mean.
doesn't matter if the artist is black or white. Just hire a
Yeah.
person good enough for the damn job.
With Milestone, that is your flagship character. You need some Jim Lee, you need some
Static
George
was literally
Perez.
Dwayne McDuffie's beginning, his starting
Yeah,
for the
but
whole thing.
you need characters, you need an artist that can really bring it because you want this to be the magnus opus of Milestone. And it's crazy that they didn't do that.
I know, and they're by doing this, by just failing with the beginning of the whole thing, they're not just insulting the fans, they're insulting the property, and above all, they're insulting Dwayne because he wouldn't do this like this.
This is true. This is
He
definitely
himself
true.
said he wanted to make characters for black people, but he wanted to make them for everyone, every race. Literally, he wanted a story, not politics.
You're right. You was definitely right about that. And I think they missed the ball on it so hard. And I don't like how everybody and their mama know who Static is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're getting to the fact
Yeah.
where where almost
I mean,
everybody around these characters know who they
exactly.
are, but it's
I
getting
mean,
annoying.
they've actually done the same crap with Miles Morales in the Spider-Man games. I played the final game and I was super pissed when it got to the part where Miles lost his mask and the whole neighborhood figured out who he was and then just let him go and said that's their Spider-Man. That pissed me off because now everybody knows who he is and
Well,
they can bring connection to Peter.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Spider-Man 2 when they did the same thing. You know what I mean?
Well, technically, they only knew he was a guy. They didn't exactly.
Oh my god! Don't
identify.
pull that in. Do not pull that in, Trey. That was one of the best movie scenes ever. I'm gonna argue with you there. No.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah,
what I'm
she's
saying
right.
is,
But to them,
it was
to them,
inspired by that scene. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I was kind of like confused.
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you gonna like throw shit at this?" Because I will not like hold back.
I will
but
never
then
throw shit on Spider-Man 2. What I'm
yeah,
saying
but they can
is
never grab the
the
soul
whole
of the
Miles
scene.
Morales thing, where the people know him or whatever is based around the inspiration of the Spider-Man 2 thing. Because if you really think about it, ever since that Spider-Man 2 scene happened, how many times have we seen that thing where the main hero's mask get revealed in front of a group of people and then they defend the character and it was like we don't know who that person is. You get what I'm saying?
I understand that. I can really understand that because
Yes,
I
I
feel
can
like
feel it too, man. But
it's like
it's just them being inspired by that moment because it is a beautiful moment. Is what I'm saying, and I think that's what they were doing in the Miles Morales thing was like they were trying to give Miles that moment. So when Finley was talking about
and very true,
I have no problem. I have no problem with that one because New York is a big city. It's a big city. Ain't nobody going. It's not a lot of people who
just
who
recognize the guy out of the blue.
Yeah,
but Pat Smith got a thing right there. They massacred our boy right there. They massacred Static. And let me just tell you this: at the end, Hot Streak actually showed up at his house and started burning up the neighborhood, which is another thing because literally everybody's gonna know who Static is now because he's gonna need to fight him head on, big power up, and
it looks like his parents
know
who he is too. It looked like, and it was just like for God's sakes,
they ruined the whole dynamic because Virgil's story with his father trying to figure out his identity in this show was pretty emotional because it showed his father could actually trust him. In the end, when we learned that his father actually knew but never said anything or acted any differently, was great shit, man.
It took a whole bunch of episodes before we even it took like close to the last episode of the series before we found out.
Very close to the last episode, actually.
The dad knew. The dad knew.
His sister also kind of knows. It is hinted that she actually does know.
Well, remember, the dad forced
there was
him
the
to tell Sharon. The dad was like, "Well, since I know, you have to tell Sharon now." And he was like, "But do I have to, Pops? You know we're a family, Virgil. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that was one. That was a cool scene.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
don't feel they'll ever replicate anything like that.
no, she can't. And that sucks too, because like I said, you want to bring in your A game when it comes to a character like this. It doesn't matter white, black, Puerto Rican, Latino, all of that good stuff. You
Static
need
has
to
fans
bring
of
in.
every direction. The guy was literally in the Titans sometime.
Yeah,
He had
but
a lot
that's
of fan base.
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you really needed to bring the A game when it comes to bringing in Static back into the world of comics
But they
and doing.
don't know how to do that. Vila's whole shtick is she's brown and she's gay. That is everything. She has no actual talent.
And that's getting annoying. That's definitely getting annoying. I'm getting real tired of.
Very fucking annoying. She ruined X-Men. She ruined Livewire. She ruined a lot of shit I liked.
And
Woman
that's
is pretty much number 5 on my shit list.
and that
Next,
sucks too,
fucking
because
Sarkeesian.
I think people don't realize how much Static means to people, because they were
Oh, he
literally
means a lot.
like they was, because like I said, when I was showing you that video last stream about the Milestone guys were talking or whatever, it's like they didn't understand why people was upset about the changes that they made to Static. I mean, what do you mean you didn't expect people to be upset? You have the Static Shock show, you have the comic books of the old, and then you thought that you can just reboot Static and think we were just going to be like, yeah, this was a good idea. Because first off, you tried that before with the New 52. And as soon as you tried it, guess what? That comic book was one of the first comics canceled because people weren't reading it, because nobody asked you to reboot Static. It didn't sell well.
No one asked.
So if the New 52 version of Static didn't sell, what makes you think this brand new post rebirth version of him is going to sell?
It's not gonna sell nothing. It's not gonna sell anything. Let me just tell you, this is the thing that pisses me off. Specifically, that interview you showed us. That got me very pissed. Specifically with the whole thing about hairstyle and cadence. They were not inseminating the soul Dwayne McDuffie had. The guy really wanted to make characters for everyone, even the ones that were black. For example, I once heard this story about the Dwayne said in an interview that he once saw an Asian kid dressed as Static in a Halloween party. Then a bunch of black kids came out screaming at him that that was their character. He didn't like that idea. He made Static to be for black people, yes, but he wanted to be for everybody. And these guys are spitting on that idea. They're trying to ostracize the character specifically for black people. And that's never good.
Anything for the push, the whole race theory, the race war, and all that kind of nonsense. Oh,
they're the ones making a race war.
Vita dumbed down Virgil, dumbed Virgil down completely. He doesn't think
Virgil was
You're right.
You're right. Virgil was a science geek. He was pretty good. He got an internship on Star Labs, for Christ's sakes, in the original comics.
Well, Fizz, we wouldn't be talking about this if they damn used his original origins. Hell, that's why we in this bullshit in the first place, because they didn't use his original origins. It's like they didn't learn anything.
Oh my God. Do not get me started. Oh my Fizz, do not get me started on Children of the Atom, because that show is a monstrosity. I mean, the lesbian character there, that brown lesbian chick, she was I would have killed that bitch if I'd seen it. The way she treats her teammates, she is a monster.
What's wrong?
I can't believe. Why the fuck am I still reading that book? I don't know.
What's wrong?
At least I'm not paying for it.
What happened?
Oh my God! I do not want to remember that. That was terrible. I do not want to go back.
It was a scene in the Children of the Atoms where the redhead dude had a crush on the black chick who was actually a lesbian, and she made fun of the redhead dude because he thought he might have a chance and wanted to maybe go on a date with her. She literally laughed at his teammate and treated him like shit. Yeah, this guy will have your back in a fight. You really shouldn't insult him.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really weird. I wasn't expecting it was predictable with the that one character Buddy. I still don't understand why anyone would have a character named Buddy. The only Buddy that should be acceptable is Buddy the elf. Never anyone actually named nicknamed Buddy. It's just cringy. But the way that she looked, it was an obvious, lesbian look, and it really ticks me off because it's just like, oh, you have to look masculine or like non-binary or I don't know what the A word, androgynous. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, androgynous.
Yeah, that word. And she just looks so much like that, and I was expecting her. Okay, she's going to turn out to either be a lesbian or she's going to have some lesbian have a crush on her. Which I was right. I was like, I was disappointed so fucking much because I'm like,
well, like they said, what's her only note to when Vita writes, oh, I'm brown and I'm queer, and it's just like, of course, if you make a character that's black and a girl, she's going to be brown and queer, and I guess, oops, who could have predict everyone?
Oh, Fizz now brought up, is this Static going to get in a relationship with Frida? She's white.
Frida, because I wouldn't say, I never actually thought Frida was white. I thought she was maybe Hispanic in a way. Well, the name Frida kind of got that idea.
The thing about Frida is, in the TV show, they kind of they kind of made the character two different characters. So the original one was Frida, but then afterwards, when they did the TV show, they did Frida and Daisy, and Daisy and Frida is basically the same character, but just two different girls. So we don't even know if they even brought Daisy into this universe. But Frida is Virgil's primary love interest in this series, so I'm quite sure they're probably on a date.
If Vita ruins this, she's going to piss off a lot of people.
If they ruin Avatar: The Last Airbender, you already know
they're going to ruin. They're going to do it. They're going to ruin. They're literally going to bring sex into the live action. They've already admitted it.
Yeah, they did talk about that. Like the characters are going to be live action, and we're going to talk about sex. Why?
Katara is no longer going to be Aang's main love interest because she's going to be literally older than him, and that would be very weird.
And they said they had to age them up to so they can have those sex moments. And I'm just like, in a war, that's really what you're thinking about right now is
sex.
What?
And remember, they are literally running on a clock of 3 months. The show was only in 3 months, so they don't have a lot of time to start going sexing.
You know what? It's weird. And yes, we'll see DC made Static the mascot for the Black Lives Matter community, which is so stupid.
They're going to do that.
So stupid. And then when it happens,
this is why I hate modern comic book companies. Let me tell you, this is why I hate modern comic book companies. They created universes with aliens, gods, beings that want to destroy humanity without even a hesitation. No one gives a shit about racial problems in these universes.
Mm-hmm.
We only care if mutants are going to go to extinction or aliens are going to destroy the earth or Darkseid's going to kill Superman.
It was just like Mr. Miracle, the Source of Freedom, when he was worried.
Do not speak to me about that comic. Do not talk to me about that comic. I was pissed. Right. I did a review about that shit.
What are you talking about? Why are you worried about being black? It's 2021 in the world of Metropolis that has aliens running around the city and had black superheroes before. What are you talking about, you weirdo? Oh, I'm just worried about being black.
Being black? Who gives a shit? He has a mother box, literally a piece of godly technology. A lot of people are probably going to hunt his ass just for that.
Right. It's crazy. It is literally crazy from what they're talking about. It
would have actually been a way better plot. Imagine someone's hunting him for his mother box, and he has to go on the run because literally, if he stops, he'll be killed because this is a new god. He's just a human being.
My thing that's confusing me the most is then Mr. Miracle and Big Barter's daughter is attacking him for the mantle of Mr. Miracle. I'm like, what are you talking about, you dummy? That's your brother.
He's their adopted son, so
yes. Yeah. So it's stupid for her to even come after that. Don't you want to be called Miss Miracle, dummy? Or Barteretta or something like that, or Little Barbara.
Yeah. How is she already an adult? I mean, wasn't she just a baby a couple of books ago in the Mr. Miracle?
Yeah. I don't even understand that.
Because I know the new gods age differently than normal people, but Come on, how could she have aged that fast?
She should
She
still
should be
be
at
a
least
child
3
by
or
now.
5. She's probably be 3
Yeah,
or 5.
and then they keep doing this with these children because they did the same crap with that with Andy Curry, where now we're looking at stories about her being an adult, and I'm like, we don't even know this character, so why are you doing aged up stories about this character?
They were building up this whole new thing about Mr. Miracle's son. I thought they would at least try to age him up first, because there were stories that he'd probably be more powerful than his grandfather, Darkseid. So
I mean,
yeah, why didn't we get that yet?
Because it's always about the females.
Of course. I'm just saying, comic books are dying. Anime is killing it, and freelancers are doing it by themselves and just killing. I mean, how much money did Cyberfrog make alone?
I heard millions, and I heard that people are upset at Ethan because they are still upset. And my thing is, I don't really have no hate, no love for Ethan because I don't really keep up with him. I could care less, to be honest. But hey, if he's doing his thing, he's doing his thing. I'm never gonna hate on somebody making their money or whatever. It is what it is. But my thing is, these people are upset at him for being successful, but trying to say that he's not successful. But he is. He's making more money than you guys are currently making, and you guys work for DC and Marvel. Make that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what to tell you.
Come on, the guy at least is working hard. He's doing stories for himself because he has people to feed.
I mean, when you make $1 million less than a year just by doing your own thing, hey, I don't know what to tell y'all, Marvel and DC, but you might want to step the game up. Step your game up.
Yeah.
Step the game up.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you. And oh god, and I just thought about it. Now, if they're doing the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, they're probably going to do the Legend of Korra, and it's going to be what Leslie and
no.
I love how they ruined that.
Why can't they just forget the Korra exists? Plus,
I love how they ruined that character.
Are they really going to get Asian characters to represent the water tribe, or are they going to get black people? Because brown is brown.
Malik Flowers, how's it going?
I'm really asking, are they? Are they going to get?
Know. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Who knows what they might do? To be honest, I'm not looking forward to it because I mean, to be honest,
no one is looking forward. No one who loves their childhood is going to look forward for that crap. Nickelodeon itself is also going to shit.
Is because we've already seen what they've done with properties that are live action. We've already seen it before.
Exactly.
And it's been trash. It's been a trash fire of everything, especially because it's on Netflix. So they gotta the characters are gotta get race swap. The characters gotta be older. It's gotta be.
Yeah, let me tell you, Jupiter's Legacy was
and the
already
characters
canceled with just one season.
So
Jupiter's
I don't
Legacy.
know. It's weird.
Yeah, Jupiter's Legacy was just already canceled with just one freaking season. And fun fact, they actually released new books, so probably to continue the show going. But I gotta say, the new books are pretty good.
The problem with the Jupiter's Legacy is Netflix did some dumb stuff for it, and that's the reason why that show got canceled.
What's new?
Wasn't even because it wasn't. It was terrible. Because
what's new in the Netflix department? They always do stupid shit.
Yeah, it really because I mean the show was terrible to me, but because I mean it drew out unnecessarily. The show was long for no reason when they could have got to the point. And
exactly with just 8 episodes, they could have already done.
And we know we know that they were going to renew it for a season 2, but a lot of stuff shake up at Netflix where the new executives were like, "Yeah, we don't feel like it." Even though y'all gave them a cheap budget to try to work on, like how you gonna give somebody less than $12 million to work on these episodes that you want produced, and then think that people was gonna just be like, yeah, this was great. I mean, you're not giving you're not giving them enough time to get anything together. Then you're asking them, hey, only do this first, and then when we get to the second season, you can do this. Just to cancel it after the first season, so you didn't even let it go nowhere. What was the point of that? Stop greenlighting stuff in. God dang it. Okay.
Yeah, nothing there was no point in any of that.
Yeah,
I gotta say, the new comic books for Jupiter's Legacy are pretty good. Bring a lot of questions too.
I'm gonna have to read Jupiter's Legacy because, like I said, I know.
Oh, and don't. There's another book, a spin-off book called Jupiter's Circle. You gotta see to understand the past of the universe.
Yeah, like I know Nerdette's Newsstand was getting me hyped on the show, and then I watched it. I said, "What the hell is this? This is trash." And she was disappointed too, because I was just like, "Girl, I don't know what he was talking about." Because
I'm not saying any insults to Nerdette. Love her. Her videos always amazing, but she was pretty too much hyped for Jupiter's Legacy.
Like I was like, "Oh God!" And then she did the same
Seriously,
thing.
I love her videos. I love everything she does. Not insulting, but she was too hyped for that.
She did the same thing with Sweet Tooth, because I was hyped by Sweet Tooth too, because she was like, "The book is good." And stuff like that.
Oh my God, I don't want to see Sweet Tooth. I do not want to see Sweet Tooth. I know they're not going to be faithful.
And she made a video. She was pissed off. She was like, "What the hell was that?" And I was like, "So I'm taking it was terrible. It was terrible." She was like, they made it like a children's show more so than an actual book, and the book isn't meant for kids.
That's how you kill it. That's how you killed it.
Yeah,
you don't take it so.
Oh, Desmond Kate, did I mute you or did you mute yourself?
She muted herself.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. I just figured since you guys were rambling a little bit, it's hard to intervene into the conversation when you guys are going off like that, and I'm like, okay, I can just wait.
I'm sorry. It's just
you got something to say. Go ahead.
It's fan rage. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Kate.
Well, I haven't really looked much into Jupiter's Legacy like you guys have, and I haven't touched Sweet Tooth, the comic, nor the show. I wasn't really into that idea, but
Right.
So pretty much nothing.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say, and I don't want to say things that people will just be like, "Oh my God, she doesn't know what she's saying." So I'm like, better to be quiet and wait until topics that I know come up.
I mean, let's be honest. We don't talked about that terrible Static season 1. There's nothing much to say, but hey, people, if any of you guys love Static, watch the TV show and read.
Do not buy the new book. Do not buy the new book.
And do not read this run because it's terrible. It's trash. It's trash.
Yeah. What was the point of the New 52? I mean, his sister got a clone and something like that. I mean, what was the point of that crap?
We don't talk about the New 52. All right.
All right. Then.
It was trash.
All right. Let's forget the darkness of Static. Let's
Okay.
let it rest in peace with Dwayne McDuffie. I mean, both of them have earned their rest.
And the next thing
Wait.
we move on to.
It looks like Biz has something to say about it, so let's let him speak. Sorry, I'm a little.
Let's see what he types.
If not, then we'll continue on with the comment. Oh my God!
Seriously, put the dog out. I already did the same thing.
I can't. They don't go when they go outside. And plus, they're small, and
Then push them outside. I mean, I have a freaking German Shepherd. I can put him outside. I'm pretty sure you can put. What do you got?
I got a little Cavalier and a Labradoodle.
I remember. I was watching.
Those are easy dogs.
I was watching this video. I was watching this video about this person. They were doing something sort of like what we're doing, but the dog kept talking. I mean, barking or whatever. So they were just like, "Hey, we're going to muzzle you." So the dog was wrapped up, and they put a muzzle on it, but it was a cute little bow. But it was funny because it was supposed to be for a TikTok. You know how people try to be funny on TikTok, and I was just like, that's hilarious. When you're trying to do something and your animals keep barking.
Oh my God, Fist is just trying to get his way inside the stream. He doesn't actually have anything to say.
Oh my gosh. I'm not
Let's
too
just
surprised.
move with this.
Sorry.
Let's just move with this shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this next one, the next topic, and I know you haven't. haven't watched the movie or anything, but the reason why I want to talk about it is because of the unnecessary.
Of the fucking interview.
Yeah, Dazzling Kate, did you see the interview that we were talking
You know
about?
something? You know something?
Wait,
You know
what are we
something?
talking about now, guys? Please, just
The
like tell
Heights
me.
movie. The Heights
movie. Okay, the Hispanic movie. Okay, I got it.
Exactly.
Okay,
did you
good.
see it? Did you see Did you see the interview, Dazzling Kate?
The interview for The Heights? No, I have not seen it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Because see, if you saw the interview, you would understand what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm explaining a little bit of the thing.
All right. Can I just jump one thing first up on? I'm just gonna say one thing.
Okay.
That bitch in the goddamn interview was an absolute racist. No hesitation whatsoever. She was a racist without imagination. Let me tell you something. I am literally African born. And I'm not talking about the European parts of Africa from the south. I'm really talking about northern areas. The ones from the middle. The literally fucked up ones. The shit stereotypical shit ones. Okay. So I was literally pure born and raised. I literally have Cuban, Italian, Portuguese, and another ancestry I'm not completely proud of speaking because the literal genetic donor would be of a time where it wouldn't be so okay to actually admit its genetic descendancy. Pretty much we all knew who was taking control of Africa back in World War One.
Hey, you sound like Leah Creole from Toxic Film. Like she got so many ancestry everywhere too. It's hilarious. You just be like, every time she comes on the stream, she finds a new connection to her background, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, my family's been pretty much everywhere, specifically my father's side.
You might be related to her.
Oh hell no.
Yes.
No,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no, no,
yes,
no, no,
yes.
no, no,
no. You can say no all you want to.
No, no, man, burn me alive. I'm not doing that shit. I am not sharing a family tree with her. I'm not sharing a fucking family tree with her.
What's wrong with her? There ain't nothing wrong with her.
Have you seen her shit?
I see the streams. I was actually a topic on the stream before, so yeah.
No. I'm okay with the family I already have. Crazy enough and so complicated I can't remember every single name in every single language.
You might be connected. That's all I'm saying.
No. If I was saying, I literally have Cuban descendancy. And I don't give a shit about seeing myself on a fucking stream. I don't care.
None of us do.
If it's done right, I don't give a shit. I mean, who cares? Seriously, who gives a fuck? I mean, literally, there are neighborhoods around the world where there's specific ethnic groups. Literally. And that's not a thing they enforce. It's just
going too far. You're going too far.
It's just a thing. It's just a thing.
You about to rant too far. Let's get to the thing first, and then we can rant a little bit later in that one. Let's see. Fizz says the thing with static season is that they didn't establish anything about Hot Streak, even though he's the main antagonist of the book. Well, you were supposed to read Milestone Return issue 0 first before you pick up Static. That's why all of
Vinicius,
the Static was in the main book.
Vinicius, meu amigo, sim, sou português. Tem de português, quer dizer. Yeah, Portuguese.
Well, look at you.
Yeah. Know about 3 languages, can only speak about 2 of them. Out of English.
Drawing with Jay said, let's hope they don't ruin anime. They trying, Jay. They trying
they are going to destroy anime. Netflix is calling every single show they're making anime.
Yeah, they're because they're trying. They really think if they draw in the style of anime, it makes it anime, and it's just like no, it doesn't.
It's not
anime because you don't understand anime. You don't understand anime. You don't understand why people love anime and manga. There's a reason why, because we don't like the uncensoredness. We don't like the political bullcrap that you guys put into the
hell. For Christ's sakes, there's a whole meme on Twitter about the Aphrodite from the manga Record of Ragnarok literally getting her tits flopped out. That would never happen in Netflix.
No, not at all.
Despite the fact they're the ones actually showing. I'm just saying they would never create something like that. This is
Yeah,
literally Japanese.
it's crazy. But anyway, Dazzling Kate, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool. So basically, with the interview with the In the Heights thing, is basically the girl was literally complaining about diversity in a movie that is diverse. That's the thing that's happening right now. The movie
You can never win with these people.
The movie is suffering from not having enough diversity.
How the fuck is it not getting enough diversity? Like it's
a movie with all Dominicans. With all Dominicans.
Wait, Finnear. Let Dazzling say what she was about to say.
Yeah, like let me finish, please. It doesn't make any sense to me. How are you complaining about a movie that's already about a different race than white people? If it was a film with white people, then yeah, I can understand you bitching. But if it's a movie about Hispanic people living in the city or whatever, then you have no fucking room to talk right now. It's already a diverse movie. You can't go like, well, we need more black people in it. We need some Asians. We need, I don't know what else, but really, it's not a fucking big thing that you should be worried about right now. It's just, oh.
And you know when you mentioned that is exactly what was the issue. It's not enough black and Afro Latinos in the movie.
Yeah, but they do realize that Afro Latinos are literally the minority in Hispanic communities and Latino communities.
I know.
Hispanic communities. Literally, minority means there is not a huge number of them. That is the meaning of minority.
But what's crazy is that a lot of the actors that are playing in those roles are actually Afro Latinos.
Yeah, that's the beauty about DNA. You can literally mix into anything and not look like one specific side.
Oh my god.
We're literally what'd you say, Dazzling?
Just look at the comments. Like, needed more midgets in wheelchairs during the dancing.
Oh damn,
that would have been a good movie.
Oh my god.
Wow. What it says, he said, Civic says, brown skinned immigrants Hispanic here, and I just find it hilarious. A movie full of brown people is not considered diverse enough. Exactly,
my friend.
That is really why it's getting backlash. That is why it's getting backlash right now, because they said it wasn't enough diversity, even though the movie is diverse. It's focused on the.
I literally don't think I've seen more than 2 white people on there.
I don't even think I even saw a white person in the movie.
Fuck. Not a single white person.
And I was
no one's complaining about that.
I saw mostly Hispanic people and a few black people.
Yeah, a few. Exactly how it is in most Hispanic communities. A few. Fucking idiots. That's the thing. Literally, go to Brazil. Black people there do not look like black people in America. There's a difference. Or in Africa. They look more exotic, a mix of both. Very differently. Even the hair is more differently. Sometimes very bushy, other times very, frail. There's difference between DNA and location.
Let's see. Jay said, for people who say they need more diversity, they swear the only diverse people are black people. Yes, because that's the first thing
that's the thing I don't get. Literally, now in Hollywood, everything is either black or white. It's like there's no Asians or Hispanics or what's the other Native Americans or what's the Australian one called Aboriginal? What's the name of the Australians?
I mean, we call them Australian.
Oh my god!
I mean, they're another species on us.
Proper word, but at the same time, we just kind of say Australian because Australian.
It saves time.
Yeah.
Sorry for anyone who's
Australians are a whole species on their own with their blonde hair and their weird accent. They're a whole species on their own.
But no, that's Kate. That's the funny thing. That's literally what she started off talking about. Was it wasn't enough black people up in there? Like, baby, it is not about black people. That's the problem.
Black people are not the only people in the world
who have problems.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen?
If she said, "Hey, there wasn't any Native Americans," maybe I can float the boat with her. Maybe. But I would have been like, what would Native Americans be doing there?
It makes more sense if it was like if the area that they filmed it in. Yeah, I can understand it if it needed some kind of population of specific races there or whatever. If there's more black people in this specific area or more Hispanic in this different area, it's all about that.
For example, I literally have relatives that live in America. For example, would you go to Harlem or I don't know the deep south parts of Brooklyn looking for a lot of white people?
No.
No, you're gonna find more blacks there than whites. That's the fun part about it.
I mean, hell, for crying out loud, I live in Atlanta. I mean, it's
no. Atlanta is mostly black people. Everyone knows that.
Black and Hispanic. Black and Hispanic is what you mostly gonna get.
Yeah, but let's admit it, it's mostly black. Black is the minority.
What I'm saying
the
is,
majority.
if we're doing a movie based on the area that I'm living in, that's what you would mostly see is black and Hispanic people. So anybody talking about, well, I didn't see Chinese, I didn't see this kind of group of people or whatever. Of course, because they don't live in that area. They're not native to the area.
You won't find them
in that area. It's like looking for an animal. It's like looking for an animal.
It's these people. They don't understand. They don't understand the geography of places, the political positions of people that live in specific parts of the world. For example, and this is just another thing I'm bringing out. Remember the whole Robin being race banded to a black dude?
Yeah, I heard about Titan.
Remember that? Well, that doesn't make sense because there are black people in Gotham, I'll admit it, but they're literally a minority. It makes sense that the Robins and Batman are white because they can literally hide between the majority that are white people with black hair because that is the most common kind of hair color in Gotham. They can hide between that amount. But if it's a black guy, someone can literally look into the numbers with the size and possibly lost a family or some crime that happened to them and actually find the Robin in search.
Fizz says, are you going to find kangaroos in Britain? No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. Probably in a zoo, though.
Yeah, but what we talking about in the natural habitat.
I mean, did you guys hear the new bullshit going in Britain? They're going to put a sign on the statue of a monkey to not offend black people.
That doesn't make any sense. I understand that's a slur, but it's just like, would you put that kind of stuff for every race? Like in front of like the Statue of Liberty, you're gonna have, I'm sorry I don't know, sorry for offending the immigrants coming here or some shit. Or like, I don't know, it's just really weird. This giant
Cryptid, literally, people from Hispanic countries, a lot of people there look white. Literally, Spain is a literal majority white country. Literally, white people. Argentina, it's minority, but there's white people there too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, to be honest. I just don't understand. The movie's diverse. It's doing well for diversity. It's doing well for diversity. So
no one gives a shit about diversity, man. We only want entertainment.
The problem is,
why do you think The Heights failed? Actually,
the problem is that the movie's diverse, right? So they already checked the boxes of what Hollywood claim people want.
No. Here's the thing: their diversity should have been transsexual Latinx, gay Latinx. They should have put those people on screen. No romance between men and women. That is disgusting for the new generation. They should have gone for transgender and all
that was written already.
No one cares. They're literally altering story and making Anne Boleyn black. No one cares.
Well, people obviously do care because it's really stupid.
Dude, I know. I'm just saying the fucking obvious.
People who are fans of this movie are literally confused by the fact that people are complaining about it's not diverse enough when it is diverse. That is diversity. And that's another thing that I want to get into is about the whole fact with the United States and all about diversity. Because when it's diversity in another person's culture, they always try to come up with some weird reason on why it's not good enough or whatever. Because I mean, think about it. A lot of our entertainment, a lot of video games or whatever comes from Japan. They always want to try to go over to Japan and tell Japan what they need to change about their culture, their needs, and their things before it comes over to America.
Fun fact, Japan.
Let me finish. Because you have this thing where you have a country that is a melting pot, and yet people always trying to tell the minorities about what isn't good enough for diversity. This, like, I don't get where we're coming from, where we're at a point where we can't make a movie about Latinos without people talking about it's not diverse enough. It was already diverse as soon as you cast majority Latino people and a few black people. What are you talking about? It's diverse. You was complaining about an all white show isn't diverse enough, and when you finally get a movie that is diverse enough, you harp on it wasn't enough. It's the same thing with
Dude, it's not a
that
matter
movie.
of diversity. Literally, look at that black reporter's face. She just wants power. She wants to be the
It does
majority.
matter. It did matter though. That's the problem. It did matter. But what I'm saying is we're literally bashing good movies for dumb stuff. This is what I'm saying. The diversity angle, the whole wokeness stuff got so far that we can't even have a basic feel good movie that stars Hispanic people in it without somebody bitching and moaning about diversity. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. This is why, there's rumors. Japan is working to create a law that will maintain their property safe from the clutches of the West. Literally, anime, manga, everything will be protected against them, even video games. The West won't be able to manipulate or change anything.
As
The
it
creators
should
of
be.
Japan are working on that.
As it should
They will be
be.
protected by the state and the country. They will not be able to touch their properties.
I mean, Cryptic, you have to remember, Quiet Place 2 is an anticipated sequel to A Quiet Place. In the Heights is literally a Broadway musical film. A lot of people do like Broadway musicals anyway, so it would make sense to take something from Broadway and make a film out of it and stuff like that. It just happens that this
Man, A
movie
Quiet Place
was
that
diverse.
movie hit me hard. I mean, I remember the first Quiet Place when that kid was eating, the one with the spaceship. Man, didn't see that coming. I stopped watching after. Didn't see the sequel yet.
In the Heights isn't technically diverse as the cast is almost entirely Latino. Well, it is diverse because it ain't white. That's the point, Fizz. It's
White.
diverse because it's not white. Like,
I'm sorry, wasn't there this rumor that Asian people were white people now? So why aren't they going to China or Japan and screaming at their movie industries and telling them, you need to hire black people? And shit like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't tried. They've been trying to do that kind of nonsense, and I just think it's stupid. I just think it's dumb.
It's stupid.
Really
it is stupid. I mean, they're trying to enforce characters that are obviously tanned in anime to be pronounced as black, while they're not. They're tanned.
Just want to let everybody know.
I mean, you can literally see.
Everybody know right quick is Piccolo is black. No matter what anybody says, Piccolo's black.
He's a fucking slug, dude.
He's black. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
It's a known.
Okay, you've ever seen Usagi-san? Usagi-san. You ever seen Usagi-san, or however the name is said, about this girl that bullies another kid? You ever seen that?
Say that again.
Usagi-san or something like that.
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, about this girl who bullies a classmate. She's tan, constantly laughing all the time, shit like that.
No.
Shit.
No.
Shit. Well, the point is that character she is tanned. A whole controversy was started with a bunch of motherfuckers started saying on Twitter, tanned people don't exist in Japan, and that made me laugh for days on end. Because how can people be that fucking stupid? There are little scenes in the damn anime where they show her without a shirt, where you can see tan lines showing that she's actually white. Yet they still say the obvious. If they want representation, make it. You want to see yourself on the screen because you're so sad and pathetic that you can't survive a day without seeing yourself on some other shit because you can't do anything, then make something for yourself.
No, Victor, I'm not ready for race swap Tim Drake. Matter of fact, I'm not ready for anything DC does to Tim Drake because they've been bashing this boy ever since Damian Wayne bitch ass showed up in the comic books.
Oh, no.
I'm not ready for Tim Drake. Nothing. Did any of you guys see the Titans thing? Dazzling Kate, did you see it?
Yes, I saw the Titans.
Finna, I'm gonna mute your behind right quick. I said Kate. I don't remember your name being Kate.
Oh shit! Sorry. I'm leading with something here. I'm starting to drink.
Okay, Kate, what you think about the Titans trailer?
I think it was kind of they're totally pushing this whole narrative with, oh, Gotham's a scary place. Yeah, we know Gotham's a dangerous place. We know that already, and the Titans are going to be there. And I'm like, the whole thing with Dick Grayson being the leader of the Teen Titans is that he wanted to get away from Gotham. Why are we pulling in the Titans into Gotham? And I get it. This is a totally different universe of sorts, but it just doesn't make any sense to me, as well as the timelines and all these different characters that are, oh my god. Sorry, guys, sorry. Okay, so
put them outside.
I can't. I don't trust the outdoors right now. It's 90 degrees out there, and no. Okay, back to what I was saying, sorry. So anyways, okay, where was I?
Different universe and so on.
Oh yeah, alternate universe for this whole DC Titan show. It's just, I feel like everything from season 1 to season 2 to season 3, it all doesn't make any sense. And I'm just like, at this point, just cancel the fucking series at this point, because
no one would care.
Yeah, nobody would care. Nobody's going to pay for this shit. I know there are a few people who watch it, but it's just like, it's not any good. It doesn't even entertain me. Like the first episode, I actually stopped after like 5 minutes because I couldn't stand this annoying. And can we
they probably should have made it animated. It would have been better if it was just animated. Probably because
wait, Fizz, finish. Let Kate finish.
I was just gonna say it could still work as a live action series, but they have to take the plot, characters, and not involving so many damn characters. That's the whole thing that turned me off. That they have so many different characters, but they don't focus on the original Titans. I would have killed for
exactly.
Yeah, like it's just if we could just have one live action series where it does adapt from the original book, I would be okay.
Yeah,
good idea.
Yeah. This is the question I gotta ask. If I remember correctly, the original Titans were Robin, Wonder Girl, Aqualad, and Speedy, right? Why can't they just use them?
Because they were like little kids, I guess, and I guess they wanted to.
They could have made them 15 or 16 and had it done.
Well, you know, with the new Teen Titans, they were based. This Titans show is based off of the new Teen Titans run and the Jeff Johns run. So it's trying to combine the George Perez run and the Jeff Johns run and mush it together in this gritty, edgy bullcrap that nobody asked for. No, Anthony, I'm not really
everything has to be gritty and edgy. Why can't they see this? Not everything needs to be edgy and gritty. It can be just a fun family story. The Titans were not edgy and gritty. They were much more than that.
Exactly. That's what I hate about this new show. It doesn't show anything but oh, this is depressing, edgy, boring.
That's another thing. Starfire was not black. She was never black. Even the creator said she is not black. She is orange.
Yes, not black. She's an alien. Wait, hold on. Victor says they're rushing Red Hood when they haven't even fully developed Jason Todd as Robin. Yes, that's another thing too. I was upset that they pushed Superboy. Superboy shouldn't even have came yet until Tim Drake became Robin. It doesn't make any kind of logical sense how quick
I think they just wanted to make a way to save Jason Todd before they killed him because they decided they could need him alive more.
Okay, but no offense, the actor that's playing Jason Todd
is not the best choice.
He for a young Jason Todd, yes, but not as old Jason Todd that I'm supposed to believe is Red Hood later on.
Look, if they were smart, they could have done this story starting with Tim Drake putting the Titans back together and have Dick and Jason as adults. They could have gotten Jason and Cleese to play adult Red Hood. Would have been great.
Dick Grayson saying "F you, Batman" is out of character. Yes, it was out of character.
It was
supposed to get our attention. It was supposed to get our attention.
Look, Dick is angry at Batman in the part where he forms the Titans, but he doesn't hate him to the point to say "fuck Batman." He'd probably just I would
But
just say he wasn't with him.
back to what Kate was saying. The problem with the whole dark, edgy, a whole lot of characters is that they're literally turning Titans into Gotham, the sequel. Like it's always going back to Gotham City, and we're adding more Batman characters in now more than ever. And it's just like, okay, whoa, hold on. Y'all need to choose which Batman characters y'all want. If you want to do a Batman spinoff series, that's fine. You can do a Bat Family spinoff series from the Titans. That's cool. But this whole thing where we got Dick Grayson, we got Barbara Gordon coming, we got Bruce Wayne Batman, we got Jason Todd, Robin, and Red Hood, and we also got Tim Drake coming up. That is 5 Bat characters. And on top of that, not even that, we're dealing with Scarecrow, a Batman villain. Then the Joker made an appearance in a flashback dream thing at all. You know what I'm saying? So, and now we're going back to Gotham City. That's too much Batman. When the Titans are based in San Francisco, we should be dealing with San Francisco bullcrap. No offense. I don't understand why we're doing this.
It really doesn't make any sense, to be honest.
Yeah.
They don't know how to write anything but fucking Batman. We have about 20 different Batman books coming this year alone. This year alone, 20 Batman books.
That's a lot of books.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Titans. This needs to stop. This nonsense that's about to come out need to calm down. I think the only cool thing, the cool thing about Titans is that I was able to see Hawk and Dove and Wonder Girl, Donna Troy, because heaven forbid we get anything with Donna Troy, and don't even get me started.
To be the original Hawk and Dove.
That their death was terrible. That wasn't even Donna Troy's death. No, Donna Troy went out like a G. I don't even understand what that was. Trash.
Donna Troy literally took electrical attacks in the comics from numerous villains that could destroy cities. That made no sense.
You telling me, and then Raven talking about, oh, I'm gonna go with her and stuff like that. Bitch, you ain't allowed on the island.
Raven no, all women are allowed. Women that are tested are allowed.
She's never even been on the island before. The only time they've been on the island is when, like, I think when there was a war happening where the Paradise Island was under attack. But other than that, she's never willingly volunteered to go there. So it's weird. It's another, and then that's another thing. Raven's so out of character. Like Tegan Croft, I understand she's a charming young actress, but she's playing this emotional.
Dark, emotionalist, but deep down emotional character.
That's the problem. She's not even dark. She is emotional. She's playing an emotional Raven.
Okay, look. This is how Raven works.
To be emotional.
Look, dude. Let me tell you. This is how Raven works. She shows no emotion, but deep down, she wants to show who she is. She feels pain from the inside. She never shows it out. That is easy to write.
Yeah, she can't show it out because of her demonic heritage. There's a reason.
Because it would free her father or attract any of her brothers that could probably bring hell on the city if they wanted. So yeah,
and Beast Boy not to be green, Starfire not to be orange. I don't understand how hard it is to do that.
It really isn't difficult to do if they just put their minds to it, because I feel like,
but they just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not impressed with what's going on. And did you guys see the costume they gave Starfire and her sister? I'm like,
yep.
What the hell is this? I mean, okay, Blackfire does cover up a lot, but Starfire's costume, I don't even know what the hell that is. That's not even a costume. That's like a Jenga piece put together. Starfire
gonna look like a hooker. Doesn't matter what they're gonna put on her.
That's true, but what I'm saying is Starfire's costume, superhero costume, should be something that shows her off her sexuality.
And you know what pissed me off? In the end of season 1, they had this scene where Blackfire possessed someone.
Yeah.
That's not how she works.
Apparently, they're doing something different with the aliens. Apparently, she can possess people.
I thought it makes no sense whatsoever. That makes no sense. They manipulate FTL light. They don't become light.
But wasn't the whole thing about her costume was that so she can absorb the sunlight to use her powers or something like that?
Yeah.
And that's stupid. She doesn't need that.
Doesn't need what? Like the full
A
costume?
suit to absorb her powers in the comics. She does that on her own.
It really doesn't make any sense. You would think with a suit it would just make things more difficult. I would imagine it would be easier just to like have some kind of design. I mean, of course, I understand where people are coming from. They don't want it to be too sexy, but it's just like there are some designs you can get away with these characters. And the thing that I don't understand, like she has the ability to not feel too. Oh my god. She's like immune to most attacks, so it really doesn't make much of a difference to cover her up or not. Like whatever, dude. It's just. Like, it doesn't matter.
Like,
if she wants to show off her skin, let her show off her skin. If it's easier to use her powers, it's easier to use her powers.
Titans is shit.
I
mean, they shouldn't even. I mean, they got the wrong characters. They gave Cyborg to Doom Patrol. If they wanted to do the Jeff Johns run, they could have kept Cyborg with them.
To be honest, I'm just glad Cyborg ass ain't part of Justice League. So I'll take Cyborg in anything but the Justice League.
Oh, he is part of Justice League and Doom Patrol.
He was trying, but he's not. He was auditioning. That's what his dad said in the thing. He was like, you got to be in tip-top shape if you ever want to join the Justice League and stuff like that. And I'm like, nope, kiss ass, kiss rocks. Nope, he is never going to be part of Justice League. Not as long as I'm here.
Okay, it looks like Anthony was talking about...
What happened, Kate?
It looks like Anthony is talking about Herald and Bumblebee, two actual black characters that don't get used enough, but DC has to race swap every other DC character.
And it makes no sense. They have so many great black characters. Mm-hmm. So many. It would have been great if they got their own movie. Hell, they could have introduced Vixen in the second Man of Steel movie. She was literally introduced in a Superman comic.
But that was my issue too. When people was trying to justify Tim Drake, they were like, "Well, we already got plenty of Robins, and it like, why does he have to have black character? Why does Bruce only get black children or whatever? Because the city is predominantly white, you jackasses." Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And then I was like, he does have a black adoptive son, and that's Duke Thomas, part of We Are Robin, and he becomes
actually technically he didn't adopt. Dude, he's more like his guardian. More like his guardian.
Oh please! That adopt. That the boy's adopted at this point.
Yep.
You don't just take in somebody at this point. Like, let's just say it's adopted at this point. If Bruce taking care of him, he sometimes live in the mansion. He created a tower for him so he can save the day and do his own thing or whatever. Put money into his tuition and stuff like that. No, that's his son at this point. Sorry.
Yep.
I guess so.
If I'm taking care of you and you live under my roof and stuff like that, you're mine. Sorry.
Okay, it looks like Cryptid is talking about which show should be canceled first, Titans or Teen Titans Go. That's a tough one, guys. That's a tough one.
I would go Teen Titans Go all the way. That show has been a pain in the ass for many people for a long time.
I would say Teen Titans Go because Cartoon Network haven't done anything like they haven't become
new. And you know what annoys me? Back in the 90s to 2000s, Cartoon Network had numerous great shows. Now it has nothing new.
So Teen Titans Go would have to go first, Cryptic. I'm just being honest.
To go first.
Yeah, it would definitely be the first one to go because I just can't stand the animation. I know it's so smooth and I know it's so bright, but here's the thing. I hate that when they're trying to like change something that used to be so serious but still aimed at kids and then just making it all about jokes, stupid things, plots that don't make sense, lots of crossovers that don't make any sense that I really cringe to now that I remember them.
They're gonna have a whole special about them watching Space Jam next.
Nope. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yes, Fizz, Doom Patrol is amazing. Actually, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it stayed true to the characters. I'll admit it.
Victor says the Teen Titans Go is basically the MCU formula. Pretty much. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to throw shade on the MCU formula, but good God, it is the same formula and it's so predictable to the point where you're just like, okay, if y'all don't do something different, I'm gonna scream. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that people was always complaining about the MCU or whatever. I mean, DCEU, but the DCEU decided to do something different because last time they tried to do the route of the MCU before the MCU started was Superman Returns, and people didn't like that. People was like, nope, this movie wasn't good. So DC decided, hey, we're going to reboot our continuity with the New 52 and make everything edgy and dark, and then we're going to make the comic book universe based off of that. And then people still complained about that, but then you were complaining about Marvel not being dark enough, but DC not being light enough. That doesn't make any sense because you said you didn't want DC to do the same thing that Marvel's doing. And when they do something different, oh my God, the characters are the characters are acting out of character. No, they're not, because if you read the New 52, they're acting exactly like they're supposed to be. Because remember, Dan DiDio convinced Warner Brothers that it was a good idea to reboot DC's continuity. So why are the characters being edgy and dark right now? Blame Dan DiDio. The characters are actually acting like their comic book accurate selves from the New 52. I don't know what you know.
No, don't you dare, Anthony. No, don't. No, Anthony. Don't remind me of that sick thing that is that throuple. It is not a.
Oh my God!
Ew, Anthony. Ew.
I fucking hate the internet.
This is what happens when you leave fangirls and porn in one room together.
I hate the internet so much.
That I hate slash fiction. That is some of the most disgusting fan fiction out there. Besides the when you team up a human with the animal, that this nonsense,
a lot of furry property out there.
This nonsense that America has, where they want to push the level with family members, is getting too outrageous. Because
they're pretty much trying to turn incest into an acceptable thing. I know they're not related by blood, but still, it's fucked up.
It's really weird.
I've been watching some shows, and they literally push that boundary of, well, we're technically not brother and sister. Well, we're technically not
still.
Whatever. No, it's still.
Look at the Flash. First of all, look at the Flash. Barry and Iris literally grew up in the same house, and now they're married. Is no one going to question that concept?
Everybody's been questioning that for years.
It's definitely really weird, but
legally and spiritually, they are literally brother and sister. They could have gone with any other direction to make this okay.
Well, the problem is that they made up a whole plot for the West family that wasn't even in the original comic books, because Barry was adopted by somebody else.
And no. He was taken in by his aunt and uncle. He was taken by an aunt and uncle from his mom's side.
They didn't even do that. Look, Fizz, just because Japan is acceptable of that kind of stuff doesn't mean us Americans have to accept it. Look,
Fizz, that is a specific area of Japan. Anime. Let me tell you.
Wait,
Trey.
I'm not saying Japan can't do that. All I'm saying is just don't force it on me.
Trey, let me tell you something, Trey.
Do whatever they want. I think Japan
is allowed
to make anime and manga.
I know. Okay.
Let's stop. Let's not bring it over here in America's shows. And what's happening is America think that it's okay to keep doing.
It's not okay.
A little bit of incest into shows, and it's not.
It's disgusting as shit. Seriously, Trey. Let me tell you, that's not all anime. That is just a specific version of anime. There are numerous factions of anime. There are numerous factions.
I already know that. I'm just saying, because I don't want Japan to think that I'm dictating what they can and can't do. They can do that, because there are some animes and mangas I've read and watched that after I finished, I was like, if I knew what I was getting myself into, I would not have read this. But once
let me tell you something.
And reading,
Will C is 100% right on there in the comments. We need to cancel My Adventures with Superman before it even starts. We
I mean,
already
I
know
got
who's the
shit
head
over it,
writer, so
Will.
we all know what's coming.
Will, I already got shit over it, so you already know I already want it canceled.
I already got shit on it too. It was my second video. I mean, we already know what's coming for that show. We know who's the head writer, who's going to control everything. We know how it's going to go.
Yes, Victor, we don't have a Daredevil game, but you know what we do have? Guardians of the Galaxy video game. Whoop, whoop. I'm just playing.
I mean,
and
are
now
you
that
even
you mentioned that gets me into the topic of the E3 bull crap that they are talking about.
Is anyone even
Hey, did
interested
you
in
see
the
that?
Guardians? I mean, is any of you interested in the whole Wakanda game for the Avengers? I mean, I think the
No,
Avengers franchise as a game is dead on its own. It was
it
dead
is.
from the
It
beginning.
is.
No one
Yeah,
really cares.
terrible idea to play. I never touched it. Didn't want to. It looked weird.
Yeah, plus they enforced Kamala Khan as the main character, which was a very stupid idea to begin with.
Did you see the the presentation, Kate, that I was telling you about the whole E3 diversion inclusion nonsense?
I kind of got sick of it after like 5 minutes, and then I left.
I know.
Okay, let me
I
tell you
understand.
something.
I understand.
Diversity and inclusion pretty much is code for this is shit, so we need an excuse for why it sold poorly. And they got the excuse.
The problem
People
is
are racist.
This is E3. This is E3, right? And we're talking about a conference that's supposed to be spotlighting video games.
Oh my God, Crypto, you gotta be kidding me.
What?
He's playing Avengers as we're shitting on the Avengers game.
Cryptic, why? The betrayal.
Did you have to pay for the full price? Did you have to spend a shit ton of money to pay for it? Like, just don't tell us. Don't tell us. Don't.
He has betrayed us. He has betrayed us.
Let's see. Fizz says it's hard to make video games of a bunch of characters with different powers outside of fighting games. No, not really.
They could have just concentrated. It's not that hard. They could have, even if they could use that as an argument, they could have just concentrated on one character like they did with Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I would have preferred that. I would have preferred like Victor says, a Daredevil game over a Guardians of the Galaxy one, where you only get to play as one Guardian of the Galaxy. That makes no sense. Then why did you choose a team dynamic game if we can't play as other people?
Or a video game where we play as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. going on adventures around the world and facing villains.
I'd rather play that. Say that again, Kate.
I just agreed that would be a pretty good idea, and it would make more sense.
Yeah.
Going on adventures around the world of Marvel, an open world game where you can literally find villains and arrest them. With the help of some adventures, of course.
Okay, we better get on to the subject at hand, Trey.
Yeah. So the E3 panel that they talked about, which actually a lot of people wasn't even expecting it. That's the funny thing, is that they literally decided they want to talk about diversity and inclusion instead of actually presenting video games for almost an hour about their pledge to bring in diversity and inclusion and making sure that the video games reflect the behind the scenes diversity. And I'm just thinking to myself, are you kidding me right now? We are at a video game conference that's supposed to be about the upcoming video games, and you bitches talking about diversity and inclusion. How about can you talk about, well, you know, we're trying to hurry up and get PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X out there, because guess what? Those two consoles aren't selling because every time they get a stock of them, the scalpers steal them all. We're not going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about, well, you know, we need more women in video games, and our goal is to make sure that women of all backgrounds can hear and be seen and be felt within video games and stuff like that. Who cares? Who cares?
They keep forgetting a lot of things.
I don't care about that kind of nonsense. Is the video game good? Yeah. First off, can I get a complete video game where I don't have to get patches, or where the game doesn't crash, where it doesn't take 3 days to download the game? How about that?
I would really enjoy a game where we literally can't heal up every time we get wounded. We literally The more we get, the more experience we get. But if we literally die, we die and have to start all over again. It gives more challenge. I like that. More challenge on the game.
I mean,
Like a real life kind of thing.
I mean, we do have those kind of video games. I was talking about like the generic model of video games. Yes.
Shit, where the fuck have I been looking at? Where
Dark
have I been
Souls?
searching for my games?
I mean, like,
are you kidding me?
I mean, you know, Dark Souls, Sekiro, died twice. Like those kind of those are those
I've been looking for years. I've been looking for years.
You talking about? What are you talking about?
You gotta be kidding me! I had no idea those games existed. Shit.
Yes, these games been existed. I thought everybody knows about these games.
I didn't.
I see. That's why that's why me and Kate was laughing when you said that. We were like, wait, what? What you talking about? They do. They have games today. And a lot of people quit because they hate how challenging it is. Because literally you die and you have to start all over. And if you don't get to your body before whatever, you kind of have to start over again. Like, damn, nobody won't I don't want to play that. I'm sorry, I get frustrated with video games. My goal is to have fun with the game. Be frustrated. No way. Yeah, they even have some indie games that are like that where you literally can't save. And some video games do have modes where once you die, that's it. Especially the Batman Arkham games. I tried that one time. When I died like halfway through the game. I was like, I'm not going back and playing this game all over again. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that was always fun for me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I'll enjoy those types of games. I like a challenge.
Actually, Fizz, Iron Man video game was better than the Avengers video game. You're right. It was better than the Avengers video game. Matter of fact, Captain America, the first Avenger game, was better than the Avengers game. Oh, wait.
Every MCU game was better than that.
Well, no, not Thor. Thor was hot trash.
Thor's game. Well, let's be honest. Still compare it.
No,
put plot and the characters there and the designs.
Well, I mean, yeah, they got the MCU pretty correctly with the Thor video game, but good God, that game was terrible.
Yes, I know. But you pick between Thor and Kamala Khan that no one cares about? I mean, she's getting a new comic for basically doing nothing. She has done nothing to deserve a new comic book.
That is true.
Again.
Oh my God, that reminds me. Actually,
this is like her 7th run.
Wait, hold on.
She's gonna beat her master.
What was Kate? What you was about to say about Kamala?
Well, basically, they announced a new comic introducing her, even though her third series was canceled January due to difficulties. So it's kind of weird that they're just bringing in the new series around the time the new live action series for Miss Marvel is going to be shown. So it's like, why cancel the third series at all when
this is her 4th run? She's going to take the record from her master, Captain Carol Danvers.
It doesn't make any fucking sense to me, because I feel like if you want to try and push this character, at least continue the run, or I guess it's definitely the comic sales
aren't that great. Sure. The numbers are not that great when it comes to the sales, so they're not going to keep it up.
So yeah, it's just
because again, they don't hire actual good writers. They only hire Muslim people because they need Muslims to write the Muslims, blacks to write the blacks, and gays to write the gays.
Yeah,
that's how it works for Marvel.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, we already knew that, so it's just
Kate, literally, Kate, I already said you can go work for Marvel. All you gotta say is you're Native American and that white men stole your land, and you'll have a job there.
He's probably right, Kate.
Yeah, definitely. It's just that some people don't understand the appreciation of hard work and where you manage to come from. It's
don't worry, Kate. We know you appreciate those values. We all know. I mean, we can just tell through your voice. You don't sound like the kind of person that does that. None of you guys do. No one here does.
I mean, it's just a crazy thing. But to get back on to the E3 thing, it's just kind of like we're focusing on the wrong subject matter. I don't come to a conference about video games to be preached at and lectured about race, gender, ethnicities, sexuality, all of that nonsense, because all of that stuff that you guys are trying to do, you tried it already. Or did we forget about The Last of Us Part 2? I'm sorry, I don't trust anybody that's talking about we're trying our best to make everything inclusive. What people need to understand, you cannot have everything diverse and inclusive. It doesn't work. It's not realistic in real life to have everything diverse and inclusive. You just can't have that. I'm sorry. I know people think that's how the world works, but it doesn't. Just like these new people, these new waves of generation coming in, thinking that everybody, half the world should be gay. No, that's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. Just like they think
it's only a minority, probably 3% of the world.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, and yet these studios and entertainment bend the knee and change literally everything about things just to accommodate that small minutia of people. And it's dumb. It's dumb because guess what? Every time you make those changes, like for instance, we make these changes where we take characters and make them gay, but that didn't bring in the gay community. It didn't bring them in. They didn't.
Nope.
When you made Iceman gay, it didn't sell 3 to 4 million copies. It did worse than it ever has done. And let's be honest, this isn't the first time Iceman got a solo run. He had a solo run in the 60s and he had a solo run in the 90s, but they sold better than the trash that was selling now.
Yeah.
I know, Fizz. I know if half the world was gay, how would the population continue? Science.
Exactly. And that's not going to work either because, again, science is expensive.
Science is very expensive. Women don't need men. You don't need men.
Trey, let me tell you something. Science is insanely expensive. So, no, they're not going to be making kids that easily.
I know that, but hey,
you need men.
You need men, right? But you say you don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah. Tell that to the crazy ladies with cats on their apartments with numerous degrees and studies with nothing but wine to keep them away from the tears, from their own tears.
Victor says, I love how Insomniac and Sony divided the fans with changing Peter's face, making things more complicated. People are probably not going to buy the sequel. I bet if they change Miles Morales' face, they'll face more outrage. Yeah, Victor, actually, there has been a lot of people talking about when the sequel comes out to Spider-Man, they're probably not going to buy it because of the face change and how the excuse that they came up with for why they changed the face was completely stupid because the new face is trash, which is kind of funny because if you look at the actual model Ben Jordan, he actually it looks good. He looks like a boy model, but a babyface boy model. But that Peter Parker, the Peter Parker that they got, the model, he looks like a knockoff Tom Holland. And I don't care what nobody say. They literally changed the face to make him look like.
Let me tell you something. Tom Holland pisses me off a lot. There's only one character I think he could play, and this guy's gonna play Nathan Drake, and I know he's gonna fail because he looks nothing like Nathan. Absolutely nothing. There's only one character I can see him play, and that's Tintin, because they both share the faces of children.
That is true. He's almost 30, and he doesn't even look like he still look like a high schooler.
Yeah. So yeah, he would be perfect for Tintin in appearance only.
Let's see. Cryptid says, I would love to see the sales of that LGBT Captain America. I'm a core Cap fan who pays for his comics, and I'm not picking up United States of Captain America because to me it ended up being disrespectful. To be honest, I hope you didn't pick up Ta-Nehisi Coates' run because Ta-Nehisi Coates' run was garbage. That was disrespectful too. I'm just saying. No. Yeah, you're right, Victor. SJWs are hypocrites. They can't fully follow through.
Absolute fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, which is funny because you know that reminds me of another topic with the it's a footballer, or I forgot what her name was, but she was preaching about women equality for sports and.
Oh, you mean that crazy lady that's gonna be the new vision of Victoria's Secret.
Yeah,
New image.
but the problem is they don't recover her tweets about her being racist. I said, hot dog, look at you talking all that stuff, and you sit up here tweeting
Yeah,
racist.
she is incredibly racist, and probably the only woman that looks like a man without transitioning.
That's true. And then I know they're not gonna talk about the fact that the women football team lost to 13-year-olds.
Yeah, they're never gonna say that story. I mean, they're talking about equal pay, but then we're probably gonna have to pay those kids too because they kicked your ass and could probably do your job a lot better.
The problem that I need people to understand is that the sports that men play bring in 10 times, 100 times more money than the women sports ever could be. Like they were talking about. I forgot who talked about it before. It was I forgot who was the person that was talking about it, but they were talking about it was like when they brought an opportunity for the women to get more money, they decided not to take that chance. But the men did take that chance, and it paid off for the men. And now the men are reaping the benefits of their decision, while the women are kind of like, wait, hold on, we're not getting paid like that neither. Yes, because you didn't take that chance. You didn't take that chance that the men's sports did. But what people have to understand is that men's sports bring in so much money that the money that they bring in, even just a little chunk of it, goes to women professional teams and stuff like that. I'm sorry people don't like it, but hey, it is what it is. A lot of people aren't interested in watching women play sports. We're interested in watching them do gymnastics, maybe swimming, things,
definitely gymnastics.
Yeah, when you're talking about
a lot of dudes are gonna watch that.
Football, when you're talking about football, when you're talking about basketball, when you're talking about physical contact sports without them being half naked, no, we're not interested in it. I'm sorry to tell you that.
No offense to any woman in the chat or Kate, but literally, people are gonna watch those sports above all. Men, specifically men.
Yes. I know. We're not trying to say anything bad about women, Kate. We're just being honest. Like most men.
I don't think she even cares. I don't think she even cares. I mean, sometimes I'm even surprised Kate is a woman.
What?
Well,
do I have to buy a newspaper and hit you both? Jeez, that was rude. Okay, I'm over it.
He just said it so quickly. I was caught off guard by it.
I just wanted to make a joke. Sorry. I know you're a very feminine woman. You sound very feminine, Kate.
Oh, I'm flattered. Let's get back to the subject. Okay, guys? Okay.
Well, dang. Oh.
Yeah, I kind of jumped off the boat.
Oh, yeah, volleyball. I forgot people do like to watch women play
volleyball. Yeah. Especially if you're on the beach.
Oh, I do love when they play beach volleyball because when it's on the court, it's kind of boring.
Yeah, exactly. Boring. Plus, the sand helps a lot, slowing the things down a bit.
Yeah, it's more interesting trying to get hitting the ball.
You just gotta love that.
I miss volleyball.
I miss contact with people on the beach in general.
Okay.
I can't believe we're in this time where people cannot see each other's faces.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. It is kind of dumb. It
is
dumb.
Absolutely dumb.
But yeah, so E3 was completely terrible with diversity. Anybody else got anything to say about that subject?
Well, there was more women than men, so.
Oh yes, and I bet you $50 most of those females there probably only played video games through the phone by themselves, and probably would lose if actual men were there, actual insanely dedicated men.
That's true. that is definitely true because on Twitch,
I bet none of them. I bet none of the girls in that stream even played Tomb Raider. Like, come on. Like,
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Hold on, Kate. That's sexist. Lara Croft is a strong, independent woman that don't need no man. That's why they had to remodel her and cover her up and cut her boob size because.
Yeah, I mean, did you see? Yeah, same thing is for the main character of Horizon Zero Dawn. she can't look feminine. She has to look exactly like an actual dude.
Yeah, that was crazy when she actually looked like a good. She was actually pretty beautiful in the first game. I don't know why
and
they're changing.
athletic. Remember,
Yeah.
she was athletic because she literally fights a mechanic monster. She has to be fast when they're very much twice to
That don't
five
mean that
times
she
her
gotta look
size.
ugly.
No. She was beautiful, and she was literally the clone to the doctor that started all of that hell.
I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they're doing in the second video game, but they better get it together. Get it together. And the next time I see a Lara Croft game, she better be in booty shorts and have some boobs and her double pistols. I'm getting tired of this
modern
arrow.
times.
I mean, I don't mind it too
times,
much, to be honest. Like,
if it's modern times, they're not probably going to do that, unless
But
of
I
course,
mean,
Lara,
that's what makes
she's gay.
Lara Croft, though.
Unless
You know
of course they make her a lesbian.
Get out.
They'll probably do that.
Get out. Get out. Go outside. Think about what you said and come back. Come back. No, I know you didn't just try Lara Croft like that. You look.
No. I'm saying they are only going to. No, dude. I'm saying that they're only gonna do that if they make her a lesbian. That is literally their main form of game. If it's a straight character, no. But if it's a gay one, then yes, they will do it. That is their game method.
It's really weird to talk about this. Well, not like this subject, but it's just like really weird to look back. And they're just like, oh, Lara Croft is like sexist or like misogynist, like this like cute, weird symbol you don't need to look at because she's too overly sexy. But then again, they don't wink an eye at Nathan fucking Drake. Like, why do you think I stood like for a whole summer? I played all 3 of those games. I ignored number 4, and I just
It is actually said Nathan Drake is the male opposite of Lara Croft. He's the target audience for women. Lara is for dudes.
I'm still pissed off at Tom Holland being the like mainly like you could have gotten anybody else. Please, just
everyone is pissed off. He's a little boy, not a man. If he was playing a teenage Nathan Drake, maybe, but still, Nathan as a kid was a lot bigger than that.
My thing is with that one too is like Kate was saying with Tom Holland is just kind of like, I mean, he's supposed to be a charming, attractive man, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not saying Tom Holland's not attractive or anything, but he looks like a little boy. I need somebody that looked like a Chris Hemsworth, a Chris Evans. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I need somebody where when the women go in there and watch it, they're gonna be drooling. If a woman's not drooling over the man, I know they screw up. I know they screwed up. Get screwed up.
Did Finn just actually take your advice and leave? That's surprising.
Oh, he's back.
Oh boy. I'm gonna. Did you think about what you've done?
I thought about it. I shouldn't have not brought that up.
Look, Anthony. Look, look. If they pick Henry Cavill, it's over. All the men and all the women are going to watch him.
And plus, Hugh Jackman is not really a
He's not the right age for it.
Yeah.
Plus, exactly. Cavill would have been the perfect choice. It would have been the perfect choice. They both have dark hair.
If you chose Henry Cavill, I'm not questioning it at all. I'm like
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about that for a minute there. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but it's just I'm trying to imagine it. Like,
I'm still want DC to get Henry Cavill back in a Superman costume. I mean, like the man is made for it. I'm like, look. I guess I'm gonna have to. I guess I've been watching too much Anna. I guess I'm a super sim, but I love Henry Cavill as Superman. So can we get him back in Superman?
Can we get that steal a bun back into like those shorts? I mean tights. I mean, I wouldn't mind a few short scenes here and there.
Look, I mean, at this point, everybody. Look, there are some universal men that everybody just drool over. At this point, you just kind of be like, it is what it is.
Oh no! Don't bring up fucking female. Oh my god, no!
There are men that are attractive to some men without being gay. There are women that are attracted to some women without being lesbians.
Right. But you know, they turn it into this whole entire gay thing. Just like when like Anthony Mackie, he opened up about that kind of stuff too, where he was like, there is no romance between him and
Bucky and
you know,
Sam.
Bucky.
There's nothing there.
And you know, of course, HJWs were upset.
Yeah, that
Was
pisses
upset.
me off.
Oh, you're
Two
being
dudes can't be
homophobe or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm just
look.
like,
That pisses me off.
not
Two
being
men can't be
homophobe.
friends anymore. These
Yeah.
two dudes can't grab a couple of beers, go down the lake, and talk anymore. It has to be something under the table every freaking time. Why can't
It
just men
just
be friends? I mean, if we were literally a fandom right now, people would be shipping either me or Trey or Kate or Trey or Kate.
If we
This
was
is a
popular,
fucking bullshit.
there will be some weird fan fiction. There will be some weird fan fiction and some weird fan drawings. I would be like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, I would burn my phone and erase everything I got about social media.
oh my god. That was
Just,
good.
just too
That was
much.
so good.
I mean, after seeing,
Oh my god.
I was a part of the Young Justice fandom. Let me tell you, there is a lot of darkness there, a lot of gay darkness in that fandom.
They want all the they want, and then this is a weird thing too. It's just like it's not even just coming from the LGBT community. It's literally coming from straight white women that want all of the men to be together and they want all the women to be together. And I'm just like, but you bitches are straight. Make this make sense. Make this make sense. Why is there 100 different gay fan fictions over straight fan fiction, and most of the writers are literally straight white women? What?
Because like okay, I'll try and answer that one because I was part of a huge group that thought like this. It was crazy, but the main reason is because most of them can't get dates, and gay porn works really well, especially when it's characters you like, especially cute boys, and it just gets weirder and weirder throughout the time, and it's just
Seriously.
They just wanted to do it for porn.
Wait, hold on. Seriously?
Hold on. What? Wait, hold on. Okay, wait. You gonna fast forward? You gonna rewind back that? What?
Okay, you gotta rewind back to the old days when you used to do that.
Hold on. Let Kate explain. Explain this again to me. Hold on.
Okay, I'll go very slowly. There's a lot of girls who cannot get dates, or they are confused with their sexuality or whatever. And then they just go like, you know what? I'm gonna write fan fiction of what I would want, or whatever. And then they talk about this kind of stuff. Like all the girls are usually this like fully supportive bullshit, and I blame mostly those girls who are very supportive. I'm sorry if you're supportive of your friend's weird obsession with a couple that's not really gay. Then
sorry.
It's just.
I'm sorry. Most women want to see two guys doing it.
Kiss, cuddle,
That's
one of other things I can name.
That's what that sounds like. That's what you just said to me. It sounds like
that is what I heard. That is what I heard too.
So wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. So basically, women kind of have like a secret obsession with wanting to see other men do it.
Okay. Let me sum it up. Cute guys cuddling with each other or kissing or whatever, being romantic is hot. And if it contains sexual stuff, it's even hotter. It's
what in the name of God did you just put inside my
guys like lesbians, but I don't think you guys talk about lesbians in that. Oh man, I hope she gets a milkshake with that chick. Ooh, yeah, that's what. I'm sorry. I'm just like talking about this just makes me really jittery, and plus I just had a little bit of a sip of something to get my mind off these things.
Okay, wow. I mean, yes, I guess that kind of does make sense because guys do kind of like when other girls do it, but we don't have no obsession with. Oh yeah, let's make.
No, we don't have an obsession of turning every single woman into a lesbian thing. I mean, the obsession of seeing two chicks doing it with you, maybe that is a thing that is, but come on, Kate, what kind of people did you used to socialize with?
You really don't want to know too much. It was mostly social.
I'm sure I do not want to know at all.
Let's see.
I'm sure.
Fizz says straight teenage girls want guys to be bisexual.
Just so they can do 3 ways. Okay, that makes sense.
Ooh, one of my good friends in the Cap community is a straight girl who is a diehard Steve and Bucky shipper. She even wrote a fanfic.
Oh man, I remember that.
Ah, there
That
you
kind
go.
of stuff is my jam.
Oh,
sorry. Old past thoughts back when I was like really young. Yeah,
Define young.
Back when. Okay, so 2014, I was like 16, and oh my god.
How old are you exactly now?
I'm 23. I got over it after I was 18, after I realized it didn't make any sense. And the timeline and how people were back then didn't make much sense. Not saying that there wasn't any gay people or anybody of the LGBT people back then. It was just very, very quiet and hush hush because back then nobody could really open up about that. So it couldn't make sense for me to accept that in a way. And turning friendships into relationships didn't make any sense. And again, I was in the wrong crowd with a bunch of crazy, bloodthirsty fangirls who only watched the movies and did not even bother with the comic books, even though I was more intrigued by the comics than the actual shows themselves.
That was your nerd side calling. That was your nerd side calling you. The
Do
power
you
of the nerd is strong
do
upon
you
you.
guys see what's at the bottom of the screen?
Oh, you guys
Oh, you guys will
shipping-
all be shipping a show. Apparently, there is even a fanfic of the comics explaining. Oh my fucking god! Why do we live in this world?
I don't want to be a part of it. Please. I'm begging. I'm begging. Like anyone who's watching
Do not do that, please.
These
I
two are not
cannot.
my types. No offense. You guys are great.
Seriously.
No shipping between
Friends,
people at all. Like let's stop. Let's stop this. Especially
let's stop. I got a good thing going on with these three. They are very good friends. I do not want that to be ruined.
Oh yeah, that does remind me. Isn't it weird that whenever there's a girl and guy, automatically they're in a relationship or something, and it's just like, why can't they just be friends? Like, can we just talk about how
they don't believe in that? They don't believe in that kind of stuff. Even though Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans proved us wrong.
I mean, everybody thought they were on to that. I mean, if Ryan Reynolds enters the MCU, would it be weird that she's going to be working with him?
I mean, my thing is they proved that theory wrong because I mean, like they've been together, they've been friends since they were like 18, and they're like they're both pushing 40. Like,
I think 17 actually. They did that movie about stealing the answers for the college exam.
15, yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, so they've been friends for all their lives. So it's kind of weird, like when people say male friendships and female friendships can't work, and it's just like, are you sure about that? I mean, I have a friend that's a female, but she's more like a sister I never asked for. I'm like, oh, you are like the sister I never wanted, to be honest. Yeah. Oh boy. I was like, I'm my only child, but man, if we were living together 24 hours, I think I'd have to snap your neck. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to go dark like that. Cryptid says, here's a preview. My friend's fanfic opened with Sharon walking in on them in bed and shouting, how long have this been going on? I hope the first thing Sharon did is just shoot Bucky in the head. Bam, you're dead. Sorry. No more Bucky and Steve together. Well, Fizz, if you ever become popular enough, you might actually get people to draw you with somebody who is also equally popular as well. It all depends. It is weird, but it happens. It does happen. So it's crazy, to be honest. But so I think we're done with the E3 topic, and the next topic is the Anne Boleyn thing. As you guys know, Anne Boleyn's series ended, and it was a massive flop for the network, and they're shocked that people didn't watch the Anne
I mean,
Boleyn.
it is a thing when you race swap a comic book or book character, but when you do it to an actual historical figure, that's a bit super insulting.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
It's like spitting on the face of the populace of that exact country.
Yeah, it is. But they thought because people love royal dramedies and historical
Then
historical
just make
royal.
her white. Just make
Yeah,
them all white.
all you had to do was cast the characters correctly. I mean, it's in the history books. It's not like
I
you
mean,
can just
it's kind of like
change.
the equivalent. Let me tell you, you make a movie about Vikings. Would you put black Vikings on the movie? No,
No,
because this is a time where they had no idea if Africa even existed. Maybe it would make sense if you put them against Native Americans in a movie because the Vikings were the first ones to find America. So it makes sense if you do that.
hmm
But not black people. It has to be all whites, literally. Mostly
yeah,
Scandinavian.
it's crazy though because my thing is it's just like this is where this diversity inclusion stuff has gotten too far. We've gotten way past the point where we're crossing lines now. We are literally crossing lines. Not only did they make her black, they made her bisexual, where she was kissing women in public, and it's just like not in those times, baby. You would have been killed.
No, specifically royalty. Royalty does not do that.
No,
Even
they're not
today,
allowed to.
royalty does
If
not
they're
do
doing it,
that.
it's in secret where we didn't know anything about it.
I mean, literally, they act as if members of royal family have a lot more freedom than the populations, but that is not true. They have a lot
Yeah,
of rules and laws they have to follow from birth.
yeah. And it's crazy that they really thought that this movie was going to do well. They really did. They really believed that this miniseries was going to do well, and was surprised that people did not like it.
Now, and they're going to start saying it's because everyone else is just racist.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And then see, I mentioned when I made the video, I mentioned that I was like, well, you can't really call racism because you guys are being the racist because you're changing a literal historical figure from white to black. Like I can understand this was a stage play production. I can understand this was a musical, and we were the reason why she was casted because she had a beautiful voice, and we wanted to portray that. And this is just a drama. This is a historical musical dramedy, but it's not. It's just based off of the story. You get what I'm saying? Like stage plays, Broadway productions, those kind of things. I'm okay when a character isn't the race that they're supposed to be because it's all about the acting anyway. But when we're making an actual TV movie about a character, you need to cast them correctly. Cast them correctly especially if you want me to take this serious. If you don't want me to take it serious, that's fine, but don't sit up here and say it's real. You know, it's crazy. It's literally crazy how they thought that was going to work. To be
Wanted
honest,
to
I don't even understand.
they wanted to alter history because it is said who controls history controls the future. But no one's going to take that shit.
You can't change recorded history. I'm sorry, it's already
You
there.
just can't. You just can't.
And that was crazy because in the
I
scripture
mean,
it's
hey Trey,
an alternate take on history. What alternate take? There is no alternate take.
hey Trey, quick
He's a real
question.
person.
Quick question. You follow memology?
Say that again.
Memology. Do you follow that guy on YouTube?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
A guy who does numerous videos about comments and stupid shit over and barely does a single conversation.
Mm.
Memeology.
Memeology.
You don't
I'm at
follow that guy.
I'm at check it out. Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah, you do.
Turning.
Well, there was this crazy video about a black dude screaming some shit saying that Santa Claus is black because he's Turkish, because everyone of the Turkish countries are black people, despite the fact that African Turkish aren't that related. It's just comments like that that makes people think black people are stupid.
Pretty
Just
much.
saying.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
just saying.
But
It is just annoying.
there was also an adult King Tut TV show. I remember that TV show. It really wasn't adult because just because the actor played him is older. he still had like a baby face where you can kind of pull pull him off, and he looks like he would have been Egyptian any goddamn way. So that was fine. That was fine because they wasn't trying to like disrespect. Like I would have been more crazy if they had got like a white person or a black person. I would have been like, because
it wouldn't actually be that wrong if they did an actual white person, because Greeks did control Egypt for one historical period.
I know, but the description of King Tut kind of told you what he looked like. You know what I'm saying?
Plus Egyptians weren't actually black. There was an area of Egypt with black people, but not exactly.
That's why I'm upset about this whole Hawkman thing, because I'm just like, y'all idiots. The reason why Carter Hall got his memories back because he didn't remember. He had to go to Egypt and go inside of the pyramid in order to gain those memories, because he didn't know about any of his past lives, and that was in the early 1930s. You're asking me to take a character. You're asking me to take a black man, and you think I'm supposed to believe a black man will get a approval by a museum to go explore in Egypt to look at Egyptian artifacts where he gets his powers, touch it, and become the new Hawkman? Not in no 1940s. I can tell you that. Not even in the 1960s. He would have got shot down. I'm sorry, that ain't even gonna work for me. That's why I don't make no sense.
Plus, again, there's no problem if they make Hawkman white, because again, the Greeks controlled Egypt for a specific periodic of history. Just make it that period of history.
Yeah. And then the reason why I'm saying another thing too with the whole the Noah
they weren't exactly all brown. Some were Mediterranean.
Yeah,
which is more of a tan kind of type.
Quintessence is supposed to be playing Cyclone, and whatever Noah's supposed to be playing Adam Smasher, and I'm like, those two white characters who are white, and people be like, well, their race doesn't matter. Yes, the hell it does matter, because
it does.
Those characters are white. They have culture. They have background. I mean, for God's sake, Cyclone is literally Scottish. Like, you can't just take that away from her. Scottish people have red hair.
Same thing with Velma.
It's a rarity here. It's a rarity.
Same thing with Velma.
Yeah,
like the same thing with Velma. Even her name, Dinkley, is of Scottish origin.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb that people try to be like, white people don't have any origins or culture. And I'm just like, which kind of white people are you talking about? The normal basic bitches? Like, you know, you're talking about the average white person that lives here in the United States of today. But back in the day, no, it was a melting pot when the United States started. And a lot of them was so in tune with their culture. So let's stop pretending like they don't have culture at all. Like, it's so dumb. It's stupid. And I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And it just makes me mad. It makes me mad that they do dumb stuff like this, though.
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't get where we're at this whole thing about why are we in this unnecessary race culture war is beyond me. It really is. It's stupid. It's crazy. It's pointless. All it does is divide people even more, and it just turns fans off even more. That's all I'm saying. All I know is I feel like something's going to have to give. And I don't know what's going to give, but something's got to give, to be honest. Oh, hold on. Let me look at some comments. I think I missed something. Okay, yep. Nope, no gay porn, all that kind of stuff. No. Oh, nope, we're not talking about Lady Loki, because that's terrible. I think I caught up with all the comments, I believe. LOL, wait. Cryptic said Vilma is a diverse checkbox these days. She was a lesbian in one animated series. She was Hispanic in the movie School. She was
that's what I don't get.
in the
I don't
comic.
get this.
Now she's South Asian. First off, she wasn't a lesbian cryptic.
She was not a lesbian. They did that just to get attention again.
She was thirsty for Shaggy. She was thirst trapped for Shaggy, and she still was in love with that boy.
Half of the whole show was her trying to get back with Shaggy. Remember?
Yeah.
Mr. Incorporated.
It was right after the show ended is when the person that was working on it was like, yeah, she's a lesbian.
So it's not canon. It didn't happen on screen, so it's not canon at all.
There you is. Plus, did you fall asleep?
No, I'm still listening. I just don't know what to say, to be honest.
Plus, there's one thing more. This was in another universe. The multiverse works that everyone is different in every universe. Not every version of every character has to be gay just because one version is gay.
That is true. That is definitely true. I wish they would have learned that lesson with Alan Scott.
Don't forget Raymond Terrell, the original The Ray.
Yeah.
Not just because he's gay on one version, he has to be gay on everything.
Yes, Cryptic, you was fed with lies because they was trying to virtue signal. That's the problem that people don't understand. See, I'm gonna get it. Let me get into a little mini rant about that right quick. The whole virtue signaling thing started with J.K. Rowling, bitch ass. Don't get me wrong. Me and her agree on a lot of stuff that she tweets on her Twitter. But the one thing that pissed me off to this day is when she was like, yes, Dumbledore is gay, because it was a whole fan theories in the movies or whatever. They were like, well, Dumbledore don't have any kids or anything. He has to be gay or whatever, stuff like that. And people would like ship him with other male characters. He will be the main character.
Wait. Hold on.
Let me finish it. So Dumbledore was the one that would get fan fictions with a whole lot of dudes. So one day a person tweeted on Twitter, this was early days of Twitter, and he was like, they asked J.K. Rowling, is Dumbledore gay? And then she was like, yes, he is gay. And this is like 2 years after the movies were over, and this was years after she finished writing the last book. And I was just like, my God, that is so stupid. And I thought it was stupid. I didn't think no more of it. And then this started becoming a trend where they were retroactively going back to characters, and they were like all of a sudden saying, yeah, they were bisexual, yeah, they were gay, they were lesbians, and you're just like, since when? And it started with J.K. Rowling because we let her have that moment, and ever since she said that, everybody want to go and retroactively add that onto people, and it works my nerves because it's not a good thing. Like, I don't understand how you can think that's okay to retroactively add a detail to a character that wasn't present in the books or in the media that was shown. You had how many books, how many chances to show this character was gay, and now all of a sudden the character's gay after everything is over. That is so stupid. So stupid. Wait, what? I had this exact problem with people wanting Goofanoid to be gay because of Fruity Man.
Oh my God.
What?
What the hell?
Fizz, who are these characters?
What the hell is he talking about?
Cryptic said, LOL, axe old man Iceman. Dude was straight, even told his younger self tips on how to pick up chicks. But after Iceman is gay, even that version of old man Iceman is now gay with...
Look, Jean Grey fucked his head. Jean Grey fucked his head.
Jean Grey told him he was. She got fed up with him hitting on women. And
seriously, how have fans not brought this theory out? She can literally alter people's wills and souls.
Well, I don't know, Fizz. If somebody's named Goofanoid and Fruity Man, they might as well be gay with those names. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm sorry, Fizz. I'm sorry. If you got characters named Goofanoid and Fruity Man, they gay.
Let me tell you, Jean Grey. Let me tell you, me and Trey had this conversation. Jean Grey manipulated Iceman. She can literally alter people's wills at will,
and sometimes she doesn't even know she's doing it.
Yeah,
she doesn't even know she's doing it. Sometimes
she did that to Iceman. Iceman ain't gay.
And I hate that. I hate that we're going back and retroactively adding things into that. And it's not even just a sexuality thing. We're adding unnecessary stuff into a lot of characters' stories and origins that don't need to be there at all. Like, I mean, you got, for God's sake, Superman and Lois. I love the show. The twist was amazing, but at the same time, it frustrates me because it's just like, why did you feel the need to change Clark being the only child of Laura and Jor-El? Like, now we're saying, oh, Clark's mother got married to somebody else before she met Jor-El, had a baby, and never mentioned it.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
That makes no logical sense at all.
I mean, and if he was sent to Earth, I'm pretty sure there would have been an investigation on Krypton, and his father would have been forced to say where he sent the kid. So
yeah,
his mother would have probably warned Clark about his brother.
Exactly. There was no information at all. And that's the thing that I hate when they retroactively do that. It's the same thing with Arrow did the same crap with Laura Lance. Laura Lance is the only child of the original Black Canary and her husband. And in Arrow, they were like, oh, she has a sister, Sarah Lance, and made the sister cheat on Oliver. Like, first off, Laura never had a sister. Why did you feel the need to bring a sister into this character, this story? She never had a sister before. And it's the same thing with like Anthony said, the whole Dick Grayson secret sister thing. It makes no sense. It makes no logical sense because it makes Batman and Dick Grayson look stupid. And they researched the family. His family, before anything happened. And even the detective, the GCPD said, no, he doesn't have any family at all. So how all of a sudden we got a secret sister? Make that make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And it's just kind of like, this is something I expect from like DC fangirls fan fiction, you know? It's terrible, it's cringy, and it's just, I can understand a couple of a couple of things that would have made more sense, like a secret cousin or distant relative, whatever, that would have made more sense than just, oh, I'm your fucking sister that your dad cheated on your mom with, and that sounded wrong. I'm the secret sister of the woman your dad cheated you get what I mean? It's just, it's so hard to say because it's just like, I get so pissed off. I really do. And it just, why does this exist? Can anyone tell me they could have done this in earlier times and it would have been accepted? Because back then, different plots like this would have been accepted. But now it isn't accepted because, one, there's already an established history for this character. Two, if you add these things now, like, why didn't they think of doing that in the beginning? Because they didn't think it would be a good idea. Or nobody.
It doesn't make sense. Okay, here's a concept. You know that in some universes, Tim Drake is actually related to Black Canary, right? He's his aunt by default. But it makes sense. Actually leaves. In some universes, she's related to Black Canary, but it makes sense because she actually leaves him with Batman. It makes sense.
See, if this was alternate realities, fine. But when you bring that into a main continuity thing, it's kind of weird. Even though, like, I know Superman and Lois is doing its own thing, that's still weird because now you're asking me to ignore the history of Superman to accept this dumb change that was unnecessary. And Anthony Dixon, the whole Alfred thing, he had a daughter that was introduced 40 years ago. So it makes sense. The only problem now is they retconned her from being white to black now in recent times, which is stupid. That is dumb. That's dumb. The girl's been white for over 40 years. Keep her white. That's why it was kind of funny when people were upset when Batwoman introduced Julia Pennyworth, and they were like, "Oh my God, they race swapped a black character." No, Julia actually was white when she was first introduced in 1976. She was white. It's only now in Rebirth where they were like, "Oh, Julia Pennyworth is now black for no reason." Like, and with Alfred, it makes sense because he
was gonna make that Alfred liked to swim in the chocolate pool, if you get my deal.
Yeah, but I mean, with Alfred, he had a younger life. He had a life before he moved to the States with Wayne.
Yeah, he was MI6, Royal Navy. The guy had a lot of things. Medical.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're bringing in Oliver Queen and Bruce Wayne having secret children. I mean, I can understand it to an extent, maybe,
that
but
makes
not
sense.
every fucking
that
time.
actually makes sense because Oliver had Connor and Bruce had Damien. Those made sense.
Yeah.
Those were former lovers.
Those make sense. Now, what would have made more sense with the Dick Grayson thing if she was revealed to be his daughter or something?
Yeah, because Dick has been around.
Okay, I would have been like, okay, cool,
around.
because this makes sense because Dick Grayson is a whore. I'm not even gonna lie. Look, we love Dick Grayson, but let's be honest.
Like, the ages right now, guys. The ages.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm trying to make it where it could make sense. I'm not saying it was perfect, but what I'm saying is
there are ways to make it have sense. If
they introduce
there's
her
technology,
as
there's magic.
It could work.
There's a lot of ways.
Boys, take it. Like, let everyone have their chance to speak. Trey, you say yours. Finn, then you.
I was saying with the Dick Grayson thing is it would make sense though because Dick was a whore. Look, we love Dick Grayson, but let's be honest, that ass was getting all women. All he had to do was just bend over, and women was like, "Hello, Dick Grayson," and he would sleep with them. It is what it is. So I'm just saying, if this girl was introduced as his daughter, I would probably be like, okay, because I mean, he was a playboy at the same time when he was younger. But this whole secret sister thing doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, I don't believe it.
No one buys it. Look, it would have made sense. I agree. It would have made sense if they made it his daughter because there are ways to age her up. I mean, this world has magic, technology, has anything to make it work.
That's true.
I mean, the same thing happened to Damian Wayne. He was literally aged faster by race because he wanted to have his grandson ready as fast as possible. So again, what?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just need smart writing.
What was you about to say, Kate?
I was just basically going to say that, I mean, I understand the whole, like, age up thing. Like, that's what they did with, like, Roy's daughter in the end. So I guess it makes sense, I guess, what you guys
Plus Superboy, Jonathan.
Ooh.
Don't remind me. I really the whole thing is super confusing right now for me because the whole timeline for these characters are just like, okay, we gotta make sure
Michael Bendis. He destroyed everything.
I kind of wish they didn't hand him the Justice League books. I mean, he probably would have made a better like Green Arrow writer, let's be honest, because at least he kind of focuses on some of their characteristics.
Yes, Anthony, Rebirth was good. And then DC said, wait, we're actually making people excited for our books. People are actually liking our books. Let's self-sabotage and go right back to New 52 nonsense. Yes, Anthony, because the people that were working at DC didn't like the fact that Jeff Johns' initiative was bringing people back into comic books, and they didn't like the fact that people didn't like the bull crap that Dan DiDio did. So he had to push Jeff Johns out and go right back to the same nonsense that we had 5 years ago with the New 52. And then now DC was shocked that people dropped off from the books. What did you think was going to happen, dummies? God, make me sick. I ain't never seen nobody self-sabotage themselves so bad like DC has. Well, and Marvel, because Marvel self-sabotaged themselves with all new, all different, and they haven't recovered from that yet. And
DC, they will never recover. They will never recover. They're still doing it.
And DC hasn't recovered from the New 52 because as soon as they recovered from it with Rebirth, the people in charge was like, nope, we're going to go right back to New 52 stuff. Oh, I don't understand that. You guys were doing so well. You were doing so well, and then you said, "Screw it."
They brought back the grifter and zealot, making it even more confusing.
Now, screw the Wildstorm characters. The Wildstorm characters is the least of our problem. The fact of the matter is, they went right back to that dark, gritty, broody nonsense that nobody asked for. The reason why we like Infinity 2 is because of how terrible it was. Because of how the characters were so out of character.
Oh my god. No, don't bring up Hellfire Gala. No.
Oh,
who the fuck? Who? Iceman is wearing a fucking dress because gay men can only wear dress. Everything.
Isn't it funny that the characters that they finally made gay, who never been gay before, are the ones that are dressing the most gayest, and yet the characters that are originally gay aren't dressing gay. I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life.
It's definitely weird.
Because they don't actually know. They don't know the characters. They don't know they were gay.
What's his name? Northstar and Draken.
Okay, so I think there was one character that was actually walking around naked in the entire gala. Like, she was not wearing any clothes. Like, you would think people would freak out over that.
They're trying to create this crazy woke world where no one gives a shit about what you wear, how you look, and how you speak. Because people actually do care about those things, specifically if you're walking around naked.
Yeah, it doesn't seem sanitary or professional to be in that. Like, it's a gala. I would at least expect you to be wearing something, not just nothing. I can't remember her name, but she was made out of metal or something. If any of you know who I'm talking about, please.
Oh, you talking about Husk. Oh, okay. So with Husk, she has the ability where she can tear off her skin. And under it becomes whatever material she wants it to be.
Oh,
so there's a reason why she's walking around naked, because her body turns into whatever material she wants, and she literally sheds off her skin. She literally sheds off her skin every time.
But like,
it's crazy. It's a crazy power. But yeah, I remember Husk. That's her special ability to rip. Her skin peels off, and under her skin is literally whatever materials you needed her to be to give her super strength and durability and all kinds of stuff. And her skin will grow back.
It's just weird.
I think I get it, but it's just like what I've seen of the photos so far, she's actually wearing clothes. So how does this like? I just don't understand. It's like, like if you wanted to do that, then do that. But it's like the double standards in this is just like, well, we can't make all these girls look pretty or like beautiful. We have to make them look exotic to a point where it's just like so confusing. Like, are you attractive? Are you trying to be professional? Are you trying to look like a fruit salad? I don't know.
Well,
no one knows anymore.
The Hellfire Gala is made for Twitter and Hollywood. It's not made for comic book fans.
I mean, they even brought in Kevin goddamn Feige.
They brought in a whole lot of celebrities that nobody asked for.
No one even cared. Patton freaking Oswalt is there. Don't forget that. Guys, I gotta ask. Anyone else is tired? I'm super tired. Not of the stream, but of everything we just talked about. It's just the world is just so fucking tiring.
It's always gonna be tiring, but hey, it is what it is. Like, hopefully, if we keep talking about this kind of stuff, maybe they'll wake up and learn from it.
They won't. They'd rather die than actually learn something. They're like children.
Hold on, Cryptic over here saying that I hate the Hellfire Gala because they didn't invite Deadpool. Come on, he's royalty and he's ruling his own kingdom at the moment. Cryptic, is that really the real reason why you was upset at the Hellfire Gala? Because there are
Dominic Powell, you are so correct. It makes no sense changing the Big Bang. Everything about verse. It makes no sense.
Hold on. Let me see. I checked out the static new Milestone was okay. Chris Cross has definitely shown he has grown as an artist and still got it. The colorist did a good job. Admittedly, it did have a good opening. Blue Wind said gross. I refuse to believe that Iceman's gay. Anthony, most people don't believe Iceman is gay.
No one believes it.
And again, Anthony, nobody believes Alan Scott is gay neither because the problem
because
is
it makes no sense.
His history.
The man was a homophobe.
Yeah,
he's really homophobic.
Gay people. He hated gay people. Let's see. Dominic also said, however, the writing wise, the new direction that they're giving Virgil doesn't fit right with his character. Also, changing the circumstances of the Big Bang is not a good idea. Yeah, you're right, Dominic. That is literally a big problem. Is like they don't understand the ramifications that they did by changing the origins of the Big Bang. You're trying to say that the people that were protesting were peaceful people, but yet the Big Bang exploded, and a lot of them become villainous. So it's like, how are those people? How were those people peaceful if they're willing to attack other people?
I mean, they could have still done the gang violence and actually made heroes show up from the gangness. I mean, there was Rubber Band Man. He was there because his brother was literally Ebon, and he turned out to be one of the biggest heroes of the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, that was really cool. Ooh, what I was hoping is if they had good writers or whatever, they could bring in Shebang into the comic book thing.
Oh, and she would have worked.
She's an original character for the show, but I would have wanted to see her in the comic book.
Yeah, I mean, her story was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Cryptic, you actually answered. Mercury was the character I was talking about.
Oh, Mercury? Oh, okay, so it wasn't us. Okay, so
Mercury.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, metallic skin and all that.
I thought it was Husk.
I'm looking at the design right now, and
I know Husk can do it.
No. I hate what they did with the Dazzler. I hate that.
I hate everything these fuckers did.
It's a simple design. Like, you can either make them look like they're beautiful or charming, but making them look like they're part of a fashion show. It's just, they're trying too hard to appeal to Twitter. They're trying too hard to appeal to normal people. They just shat all over the fans. So it's just like,
oh my god, I completely forgot about Mercury. Oh my god, that little nasty bitch. Metallic bio Mercury form, like her whole body is made out of mercury, and she can. Oh man,
turn her hands into weapons. Pretty much elastic herself around like Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah,
she can do a lot.
Terminator from Terminator 2. I'm sorry, Kate. I was just because I had to remember who she was. For a second.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. But back to that shit. Alan Scott is not gay. Virgil was done shittily. Iceman is not gay. He's being manipulated by Jean Grey because she needs a gay friend. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I just looked at the things that Kate was telling me. Oh my god. She literally just spray painted. She just spray painted over her boobs and private area, and that's it. She's literally walking around naked for real. Holy crap! She's walking around naked for real.
I told you.
Oh my god! She doesn't even have clothes on. She literally just spray painted her metallic body with paint that cover up her titties and her private part. Holy crap! That's weird. Weird.
Yeah, definitely fucking weird because it's just
these people are trying.
No, Dominic Power. Alan Scott actually did have a problem with his son being gay. Yeah, he did. When his son came out to him being gay, no, Alan Scott did not like his son being gay. No, he did not.
Oh no, he did not. He did not. He was pretty pissed.
I can't really say much on the situation, so
I mean, it took a lot of time even for the two of them even to talk to each other again.
Yeah. Everybody knows that Alan Scott was not feeling LGBT people because he grew up in the 1940s.
I remember even a JSA comic book where he really went on a rally against gay rights.
Yeah, he did. So I don't know which Alan Scott you talking about, but it ain't the main continuity. Alan Scott was not okay with gay people. No, he was not. No, he wasn't. Because it was one of the reasons why his son kind of went a little mentally crazy too, because of the rejection of his father.
Yeah. And the fact that his mom was also kind of a villain didn't help much too.
Yeah, Another thing that a lot of people don't want to admit, that Alan Scott was semi-racist too. I mean,
Pretty racist. Yeah, this is literally why they created the Earth 2 version and turned him into a gay guy with an Asian boyfriend. They wanted to get rid of all the bad parts of him.
Yeah, and it's okay to do that in an alternate reality, but when you try to bring it into main continuity, we got problems. We got issues with that, because I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, okay, let's be honest. He didn't like Kyle Rayner at first dating his daughter, but which father likes to see their daughter date a dude? Plus, it was way better than actually seeing his son fuck a guy. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dominic is asking about which issue or time, like storyline.
Oh yeah, the Blood Syndicate from Static. They were born from the Bang, baby, from the Big Bang.
Oh man.
I mean, how are they gonna do them now?
That's a good question.
I mean, I'm even curious. Are they literally gonna let characters like Holocaust walk around, specifically with that name? They're gonna wokeify the name. They can't allow a character to be called that.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what's gonna be his name next. Fire Boy. Something stupidly stereotypical. Probably Street Flame.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, we've been at this for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah. I don't know. It just all of this stuff is just crazy. We just,
Again, Anthony Dixon. Both his kids are half Asian, so yeah, he pretty much was not caring at that point that Kyle Rayner was Irish and half Hispanic. He really didn't care at that point. He was mostly 100%. He was more homophobic than actually racist. More to the homophobic side.
People have to remember, he still grew up in the 1940s. That was a thing. Like, they didn't believe in that kind of stuff. It was not socially acceptable. So it's kind of weird that all of a sudden they want to go back to 80 years when even before they even added this gay thing for Alan Scott, he was currently married to his second wife and they were living happily together. Now all of a sudden him and his wife are not together anymore, and all of a sudden he's gay. That don't make no logical sense.
No, it doesn't. They don't care anymore. They're probably gonna ruin that marriage and probably make him going around on dates with dudes now.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, they already made him marry a guy in the Injustice comic. He's married to a man there.
Mm-hmm.
An old guy. It didn't get much into the story, but still.
And it kind of sucks though too, because it's just like, It
really does. I feel like we're running out of juice slowly. I think at this point, either Kate's running out of booze and she went to grab a few more. I'm running out of waking hours, and we were running out of information to discuss.
You got a point there. There's not really much else to discuss unless we wanted, like, I don't know. I can't really think of anything, and I'd rather not do another drink.
I believe it's like early JSA comics. Like, I believe check the 1980s run, early run of JSA, and
pretty much go look for anything post 90s that has anything to do with Obsidian and his father. You'll probably find the struggle there.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to look at like post 90s Alan Scott comic books where Alan Scott is in there with his son. Because like I said, it has been a while since I've read it, but I do know that for a fact because I remember reading the comic book where like him and his son really had issues with each other because of the fact that he was that. That's why it was weird that they even did that nonsense. Like, okay.
Dude, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Forgot. The Holocaust will probably go my real his name. Like Man-Ape is going as Mumbai.
Mumbaku. And
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean
get
Mumbaku.
I don't even understand what's the problem with him being called Man-Ape. I really don't see what's the problem with. I mean, I made a black character called the Gorilla once, and he's black, so who cares? I'm black. I made him like that. Who cares? He's iconic. That's his name.
You would think. To be honest, I just want Marvel to go ahead and.
For example, China, the Chinese people don't actually care if you compare them to monkeys. They literally have a hero called the Monkey King. Most of Asia has a hero called the Monkey King. They really don't care. A lot of people don't care if you compare them to monkeys because technically, if you go to genetically and things already are, all are. You look for the evolutionary tree.
All I know is I want Black Panther to be recasted.
Oh, I want one thing. I want them to get rid of their Namor. They're already doing investigation on his Twitter, dealing with terrorist organizations. So I just want them to get the MCU to see this red flag, get rid of him, and hire someone actually that looks like Namor.
Oh, I don't even know what's going on with the Namor thing. What's going on with the Namor thing?
Oh yeah, yeah. You see, the guy who was gonna play him, the Hispanic guy who was gonna play him. Well, he has old Twitter connections to a couple of Latino or Hispanic terrorist organizations. So there's an investigation on him going on. Nothing serious for the moment, but I hope the MCU sees this red flag and gets rid of him fast.
Oh, okay, got you. I don't even know why they're even doing that. Doing the Namor thing, because if you're not going to bring in the original Black Panther, what's the whole point? And that's another thing. I like Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Look, this don't make no damn sense. Why would you go and watch Batman 2 without Batman, but you watch Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, but the movie's still called Batman?
Look, if I was them, I would stop doing Black Panther things. I'll just make him as a background character who does not get scenes but is still spoken of. Let him retire as the King of Wakanda.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't even do a sequel. If you're not going to recast the character, don't do the sequel at all. Because, like I said, I'm over it. Let's see. Dominic said, "Do you have a favorite Wildstorm title and characters?" Well, you already know my favorite Wildstorm characters. It's always going to be Midnighter and Apollo. They were just so interesting. It was such an interesting dynamic to see between those two Batman, Superman knockoff lovers. I loved every minute of their dysfunction.
Yeah, but I gotta say,
that's how you.
My favorite Wildstorm
good characters. That's how you write good characters.
Exactly. Let me tell you, my favorite Wildstorm is either Maul, Grifter, or Spartan. One of those three.
Say that again.
Oh shit. Maul, Grifter, or Spartan.
Well, Grifter is pretty good. Grifter is pretty good. Another thing that reminds me. It reminds me of the fact that that's another problem with the Milestone thing and the Wildstorm stuff. Is just like all you had to do was just reintroduce them into the world of DC and just act like their stories are just there. That's it. You don't have to. You don't have to go into nothing, no deep details or anything. Just that they're there because it's just like the Vertigo line. All of those characters, they are in the DC universe. It's just that we don't talk about them. Like the Fables characters. The Fable characters are literally in the DC universe, and nobody talks about them.
Oh, don't worry. Digby's gonna fight Batman.
Yeah, now they're bringing them to where they face off with a character from DC comic books. But that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why when DC gets these properties or buy these properties, why are they afraid to just act like they've always been here? That's all you have to do. You don't have to do much of nothing. Just treat the characters like they've been here before. And that's it. That's all you got to do. That's all I'm saying. Victor says, I'm worried about Invincible season 2. Now, the comic book adaptation leaning into identity politics and Robert Kirkman saying he's all about diversity. He might be all for diversity, but if he wants this stuff to be successful, he'll stick to the comic book. He'll stick to the comic book like he did with Walking Dead. Because trust me, ain't nobody trying to hear about diversity with Invincible. They got a good thing going. You got a good thing going. Don't screw it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't screw it up. What's up, Christian? I can see Zachary Quinto doing a good job as Namor. Yeah, I can actually see him being a good Namor. The MCU know they will get Black Panther dollars no matter what they do for the sequel. I doubt it. I doubt it, Cryptic, because again, this is MCU Phase 4. A lot of people said they were out, and a lot of fans of Black Panther said that they're not going to watch it if they're not going to recast T'Challa, because I have no interest in his side pieces being Black Panther. I really don't. Don't.
Let me tell you, you were right about that, about the fables, about how introducing new characters to the universe just act like they were always there, because it makes sense with the fables. Yeah. They live in a small location that is literally in the middle of a city. They could be anywhere in the DC universe and literally be unnoticed.
I mean, they were literally, it was literally in the world of DC universe. They just never talked about the outside. The reason why they never talked about the outside.
Well, John Constantine did a few mentions.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it wasn't the reason why we never really saw them outside of Fables is because it wasn't nothing for them to really be there for. What would be the reason for Snow White and Bigby to go outside of where they're at? Because all of their problems and issue is in that city that they're in. That's all you got to do.
Oh, Victor says right. They are not going to allow the Fantastic Four to be white. They're going to do a lot of weird shit for them.
Oh, yeah.
And that is why I am not going to buy any of the MCU stuff after I see Eternals. Eternals is going to be my last thing about the MCU, and I'm dropping out for good.
I don't even know why you even watching Diversity the movie, because I'm not.
Because Trey, I am a huge fan of Jack Kirby. The man built my childhood and my soul with Stan Lee. I need to see how they're going to fuck up his creation. I need to take this final.
Don't do it, Seeley. Don't do it, Seeley.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to follow suit with seeing something dumb happen.
Don't do it to yourselves. I probably might have to see it too, because people are going to be like, Trey, what do you think about the Eternals? Hot trash? What?
God, we truly are cursed ones, aren't we?
We just want to see how fucked up their movies are going to get and just be like, yeah, we told you so.
We're going to drop off.
To be honest, guys, I have no faith in Phase 4. I really don't.
No one has.
I can't be. To be honest, I'm more excited about the mess that DC's doing than Marvel, and that's saying something. That's saying something. Yes, Christian, they are kicking Stan Lee's corpse. They're kicking Stan Lee. They're kicking Jack Kirby. And is Steve Ditko still alive? If he's not, he's probably about to have a heart attack from the bull crap. I mean, Fizz. Hey, look, Fizz. I'm not gonna blame you if you go, to the high seas to watch Eternals.
No one is gonna blame you, man.
I'm just saying. Anthony, I have no faith in DC and Marvel anymore. Me neither. But to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. It's way more interesting seeing what DC's pulling than what Marvel's pulling. Like, if you really think about it, come on now. Let's be honest. The drama that's coming from DC is way more interesting than the bullcrap that Marvel's doing. Because at this point, what's happening with Marvel Phase 4 is everybody's waking up. Everybody is waking up from the bullcrap that's going on from Marvel. Because I'm hearing it every day where it's a lot of people, just people who don't really care about comic books or whatever, stuff like that. They're like, Endgame was really it for me. And this other stuff that they have
isn't
really all that interesting. And I've been hearing it a lot from people. So I don't know.
Okay, so wow, yeah.
Did you see?
Captain Marvel
literally, even China is refusing them now.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, Quan Chi, the Eternals, they are forbidden.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we gotta read what Crypt said.
I hope Eternals doesn't make me sleep like Captain Marvel did. Seriously, Captain Marvel was the one and only MCU movie that I was bored and that I literally fell asleep halfway into the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was. It
was boring. It was boring.
I'll be honest. It was my first MCU movie I saw in the theaters. Unfortunately, because my dad is a cheapskate when it comes to taking me to the movies. So I was like, this was the first one I ever saw, and I was very judging before it, and I only
they should have just done
humor a friend.
Look, they should have done the original Captain Marvel. Have Captain Marvel come in as a spy, Omni-Man style, into Earth, and maybe fall in love with the human or something. Maybe make it the second Captain Marvel, the black one, and then introduce that character that way.
Yeah, that would have turned out a lot better than what we got, because an alien spy coming to Earth would have been a more interesting thing than this girl lost her memory.
And that was literally his plot in the comic books, alien spy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, child, please.
But the thing about that too is a lot of people don't understand how connected Adam Warlock, Thanos, and the original Captain Marvel were to each other.
Oh, and yes.
That's the thing that really annoys me, that the fact that we never got Adam Warlock, we never got the original Captain Marvel, and we never got to see Thanos confront those two characters, or the fact that, you know, the original Captain Marvel died, and the person that was the one person that was there to, you know, have him greet him off to the great beyond was Thanos. And to miss those golden opportunities like that, where you have a character that's dying and his mortal enemy comes to have final moments with him, is such a powerful moment in a book. And for them to skip over that for some lame, boring, flat bitch, no ass, Brie Larson as the 7th Captain Marvel makes no sense. Makes no sense. And to disrespect Marvel and Monica Rambeau, because Monica Rambeau was the first woman to be Captain Marvel in the Marvel in the Marvel universe, and to disrespect Captain Marvel, who was the first Captain Marvel in Marvel comic books. It just makes no sense. Yeah, Anthony, it didn't make no sense that we got Monica Rambeau until WandaVision. And don't even get me started with Monica. Oh boy, I can go on a rant about Monica Rambeau, because oh boy, the injustice that is done.
Monica Rambeau was a huge character in the comics. She was a badass cop. She was a good leader, actually one of the leaders of the Avengers, and she was fantastic. And she had a cool suit.
I have the Captain Marvel Monica Rambeau collection, and it's amazing. And I'm mad that they sidelined her. It just ugh. Ooh, Christian, I remember that. I remember playing that. I remember playing Ultimate Alliance on the PSP. Yep, I remember that. It was really good, and he made a good appearance. He made an appearance in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but they gave him his Ultimate Universe costume instead of his original Captain Marvel powers. And if you guys ever want to see a good version of Carol Danvers done, that's the series you need to watch. Kate, you got to watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. If you really want to see a Carol Danvers done correctly, that's where you want to see. That's the Carol Danvers we should have got in the movie.
That show, let me tell you something, Trey.
We didn't.
Trey, let me tell you something. That show was the perfect depiction of every Marvel character that appeared on it. Every episode was literally shot for shot from the comics, and people loved it. Seriously, there was a rumor if we got season 3, we were going to get Captain Marvel, Rom the Robot, a lot of cool characters like the X-Men, but it had to be canceled, of course.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Monica Rambeau show up. That would have been amazing.
She would have, and she would have been a member, an actual member. Stick around.
Monica Rambeau served no purpose in WandaVision. Seriously, think about it. Take her out of the show, and does anything really change? No. We knew. I already knew she wasn't a certain. She was there for the fans that were complaining about Monica Rambeau not being there. That's why she's there. She's there because they had to bring in Captain Marvel 2, and they needed to fast track her in there. And now that's why we have WandaVision. Yeah, you're right, Dominic. Monica Rambeau did a good job continuing Marvel's legacy while also establishing her own identity. They sure did. She sure did. And you can also watch Marvel's future Avengers, aka anime Avengers, for a good version of Carol. Actually, I haven't even seen that one. I thought that was only in Japan, actually, Cryptic. But yeah,
Well, there isn't an actual good dub yet, so pretty much only in Japan.
Huh. Let's see. Roy Thomas didn't like the Captain Marvel movie and how it handled the Kree Skrull war storyline. It's not even really. The problem is, Dominic, it's not even a war storyline because they're holding that back for Secret Invasion. Except for
that
most
doesn't make sense.
Characters for Secret Invasion aren't even going to be there.
One thing didn't make sense. They're making the Skrulls not the villains. They're making them become some kind of immigration kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're not the villains anymore. So how are they going to do Secret Invasion without an army of Skrulls with superpowers invading?
I don't know. Let's see. Once again, we keep asking DC and Marvel for the original people of color and LGBT characters to show up on the big screen, but of course they have to race swap characters. Yeah, they do. And nobody asks for that. Oh, Cryptic. Oh, okay. It's well, I ain't got Disney Plus, so I guess I'll try. I'll sail the high seas because I'm not paying for that. And change their sexual orientation gender. Yes, they do. I
can give you a good website where you can sail the seas. I know some places.
LOL. Secret Invasion. Captain America Winter Soldier literally did Secret Invasion with Hydra. Sort of, but they didn't reveal anything until at the end. The Secret Invasion is supposed to be an event that the entire war of the Kree and Skrull war actually happens on Earth. So, we're not even nowhere close. Winter Soldier didn't even touch barely the thing with Hydra. That's why it don't make no sense that Captain America Civil War happened, because with the fallout of Winter Soldier, we should have got Captain America 3 first. Matter of fact, Chris Evans' Captain America should at least have like about 5 movies to, finish up that whole thing with the Winter Soldier ending. I will say this: Captain America Winter Soldier is the best MCU movie to this day. And ain't nobody gonna convince me otherwise.
Oh no, you're right about that, man. After Winter Soldier pretty much went downhill.
Winter Soldier is the #1 best MCU movie of all time. Don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody. You can try to say, well, Endgame made $1 billion, Captain Marvel made $1 billion. So and
no one is disagreeing with you. No one.
I'm just being honest.
And one thing, I actually realized one thing. Tony Stark was the only character to actually have his arc finished right.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally sacrificed himself for the world. I mean, what did Thor and Steve do? They both became selfish at the end, and one went to the past and stayed with his wife, despite the fact that will probably alter history a lot and probably is very dangerous to do. The other abandoned his people to go party forever.
I keep trying to tell people that too, that try to argue me down how they gave Steve a proper ending. No, they didn't. They didn't give Steve a proper nothing. Kiss my ass.
Steve Rogers wouldn't do that in the comics. He would have stayed in the present.
I blame Kate for this.
Huh?
Your fault.
What's my fault? I didn't even say anything.
It's your fault that Steve stayed back in the past with Peggy.
Oh, gee, thanks. Now, I didn't even like that ending. And if the other ending of him being with Sharon. Hell no, I hate that pairing because it's just like, oh. Do you know how wrong that is? Like, you're dating your like girlfriend's like niece or grandniece or whatever, and it's just like, no, I wouldn't fucking do that. Like,
grandniece, actually, grandniece.
What?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think she's just niece.
No, it's grandniece. It's grandniece. But you have to remember, Kate. A lot of people have to understand that Sharon Carter is literally Steve Rogers' main love interest, not Peggy Carter. Peggy had a husband and children and moved on with her life.
Like, no, I cannot accept it. It's not canon in my bed. Nope. It's wrong. It's like dating, like you.
Well, how is it wrong though? She moved on.
Okay. So imagine you're dating someone. You kissed a couple of times. Maybe you screwed. I don't know. You're very close, and then you're like,
actually, no. Steve and Peggy didn't screw.
Okay, I know that. It's just like I'm using that as an example to kind of get you guys to understand.
2 times. Yeah.
No, I mean she's just giving an example. Continue, Kate.
I'm giving you guys an example. Like modern day right now, yeah, it would make sense for you guys to maybe hug or do more, whatever. But you're taken to the future, and then you find this really pretty girl who turns out to be your girlfriend's niece. Do you not think that's wrong? No, I just cannot accept it. You know, just Steve. The only pairing I could probably accept that's really weird is Steve Rogers with Rogue. That is the weirdest thing, but I can accept that at least. That's like
the reason why I can accept.
I know I did. I know it did. That's
the reason why I can accept the Sharon Carter and Captain America thing is because we didn't get a chance to see Steve and Peggy's relationship develop that much. Even in the comic books, yes, it was there, but when she thought he died or whatever, she moved on. She got a husband, she got wife. I mean, she got kids and stuff like that. She had a family, she had a good life or whatever. I mean, you know, hey, sorry to tell you this. If your girlfriend moves on, guess what you got to do? Move on. You know what I'm saying? It'll be weird if like Sharon Carter was like 15 and Steve was, 20 something years old trying to date her, but she's literally the same age as Steve now when Steve woke up. I can't really find that kind of weird because that
would you date someone's relative after you dated the original? No, like I find that very disrespectful. And
you have to remember a lot of family members have done that before, so it's not like it's anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be surprised how many of your relatives be like, "Oh, well, technically before I was with your father, I was with his brother," and you like, wait, what? There are a whole bunch of stories like that. So, it kind of happens. One time you might think you're in love with this person, and then you end up, you were really feeling.
Yeah, my stepfather and my father are actually cousins.
Huh?
Yeah, that is an actual thing that happens. My stepfather and my father are actually cousins.
See, it happens. It happens. Let's see. Hold on. The chat over here is saying a whole bunch of stuff. Give me a second, guys. I didn't even. Okay. Let's see. They wanted diversity in the scrolls. Victor says, yeah, they sure did, and they screwed them up. I watched Captain America like 5 times in theaters. Me too, Cryptic. Static Shock was my jam back in the day. I was disappointed how DC gone woke as they use Static as a race synonym to rewrite a version of Black Lives Matter. Well, the future is something. Rest in peace, Static Shock and the Black creators. I can watch Cap 2 any day of the week, and then Captain Marvel happened, which forever strained my view of Cap 2 because every time they mention a Nick Fury eye, it's a joke now. Well, Cryptic, pretend like Captain Marvel didn't exist. Most people do. It's not canon. We do have good scrolls in the Marvel universe, like Lyra and Crusader, to Cotton K and the scroll John Lennon. However, majority of the scrolls are villainous as they were established. Yeah, Dominic, the problem is they never established any evil scrolls in the entire series. Now it's just, they were being oppressed by the Kree, which makes no sense. Also, they did Hulk and Thor bogus. And what, Blue Wind? Let's see. Ooh, hey guys, I tear up at the ending. Steve got something that he could never get in the comics, and that's a happy ending. Cryptic, what happy ending? He literally abandoned the world to go back to a girl he couldn't get over and retconned whatever history she had with somebody else. I don't see anything happy about that because he literally took the choice away from her, even though in her show she moved on from him. Let's see. LOL. The only reason why Steve got that ending because Chris Evans didn't want to play Cap anymore. Steve's a 120-year-old virgin until the end of Endgame. The best lady love in Steve Rogers' life is Diamondback. The second is Sharon Carter. Hold on. Diamondback. Wait, hold on.
I actually don't know who Diamondback is.
Oh
So
yeah, they had Diamondback. She was part of the Serpent Society. She fell for Cap, and then she became a hero for a while, and then they fell in love and had sex and almost got married sometimes. They were actually a pretty good couple.
Okay, I can accept that.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. She looking bad. She looking real good. But still Sharon Carter.
She was a villain, a hot villain.
Yeah, but still Sharon Carter. Why Static Shock Virgil face in the Black Lives Matter comic is feminine? Because Nicholas Drapier artwork is more anime inspired. That's why.
Also, they like making black dudes looking like little puppies. That's the main goal.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, that is the thing. White women are afraid of black men in reality, so they like to make them pretty.
They want them to look like puppies. So it's just like it's easier to sell a puppy face than a very rugged like I don't know how to express like facial features from black people. So I'm just gonna say it's just like sometimes they look really tough and stuff, and they look pretty hot and tough, but like some women just can't accept that, and I'm like, yeah, screw you guys. You guys can't just accept people who look tough. Whatever, fuck you.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. But let's be honest. People don't want to. People really need to admit that Endgame was not a good movie. It was a hot mess. It was literally a hot mess. The thing that saved Endgame was literally that battle with Thanos. If that battle didn't happen, Endgame would have been trash. That battle saved Endgame to this day. I don't care what nobody say. Infinity War was 500 times better. Okay, just because you a fan of it don't mean nothing. I prefer Sharon Carter. Cryptic, thank you very much, because Sharon Carter has been the most noticeable love interest in his life. So I'ma say Sharon Carter.
Okay. So let's get back to the topic at hand of Endgame. We better not get into a ship war right now, because if we get into a ship war, I will fucking beat everyone in this room.
Yeah, you're the only one into that kind of stuff.
No, what I'm saying is everybody want to say how amazing it was. But it was rushed. It was a hot mess, to be honest.
Victor C has a point there. It has a lot of plot holes. It was rushed, a lot of character assassination.
Yeah.
It really didn't make any sense, to be honest. Like, you have all these different plot things going on at the same time, and it doesn't really make it a huge connect for the entire like Avengers universe. It's just like you cram in all these different things and hope that it works, and it's just like, no, we don't need all this like bullshit that doesn't make any sense. Like, we had I think the only entertaining aspects for both Scott and there was the Morgan. Those were the only two things I liked about Endgame. Nobody can change my mind about that. Like, both of those things made me happy.
I mean, to be honest, I can't really blame you, to be honest. I mean, it really wasn't all that great. It wasn't all that great. What should have happened is after, I don't know, because that whole 5-year time skip where everybody was gone or whatever, they could have did a whole bunch of stuff in between that time before it was time to get to Endgame, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you could probably did about 5 movies in between that, less than 3 years to get them filmed or whatever before we get to Endgame. But another problem that a lot of people don't want to admit was like, remember, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but remember when the script leaked on Avengers Endgame, and how everything that they said actually turned out to be true about the time travel thing, and how some of the Avengers was going to have to go and collect the stones or whatever. Do any of you guys remember that?
Oh, I remember a little bit of it, mostly the Tony dying part. So
yeah, like and then Disney and Marvel was like trying to scramble, was like, no, none of that was real or anything. And then when concept leaked of them with their Avengers spacesuits on or whatever and stuff like that, and I was just like, oh, so we're doing time travel. And people were like, no, they're not doing time travel. You know, the MCU fanboys. No,
I think they're covering like I think they're doing the same thing with like the new Spider-Man movie. They're trying to cover those tracks right now. So it's just
and people are just like, no, this is real. And then you watch Endgame, and I was going back and I was like, the leaks were fucking correct. The leaks was freaking correct. Everything that they said was going to happen really did happen. Most of it happened. The thing, like the only thing that I think they changed was like the Captain Marvel thing, because they said that Carol was going to have a big role in the movie, and then she didn't. Praise Jesus, praise God Almighty, praise Jesus, because I didn't want that. I didn't want that.
Okay, so on to the comments. Oh, Cryptic. Oh my God, I can agree with you. Mm-hmm.
Still Sharon Carter to me. I don't care what nobody's saying. You just because
she's super dull.
You can be part of a fan community all the hell you want to. Don't mean nothing. I'm just being honest. I like me. I always enjoy Sharon and Cap. I really feel like Cap needs just a grounded woman. He doesn't need off the wall, off the top woman. He really doesn't, because he needs to crave for normalcy. It doesn't make any sense if both Peggy and then the other girl is way exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people are just that. Sometimes you need the opposite person to calm you down. It's always funny when people be like, oh man, the character is just dull. Maybe just because they're dull to you doesn't mean that you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Sometimes some characters are not supposed to be that interesting. I enjoyed the fact that she was a fellow spy that slowly, both her and Steve slowly, started to have feelings for each other. And that was it. It wasn't overcomplicated. It didn't need to be overcomplicated at all. It was just they happened to be in the same area. They happened to be working for S.H.I.E.L.D. at the same time, and they happened to fall in love with each other. And they've been partners. The only thing I didn't like was her role in Death of Captain America. I thought that was stupid. That was probably detriment to her character. But other than that, I really have no problem with Sharon at all. I really don't. I really wish the movie actually made her better than what she could have been. She could have been, because you made Peggy way more interesting than she was in the comic books, but you couldn't do that with Agent 13.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
Especially if you wasn't going to do anything with the whole tension between Black Widow and Steve Rogers. I mean, hey, if you really want my opinion, and Captain America Winter Soldier, I was all the way like, okay, Black Widow, okay, Steve Rogers, let's do that. And then since Marvel never wants to put Captain America and Black Widow together, okay, cool. You don't want to put them together? Bam, Sharon Carter's the next best thing for me. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. Steve really left Bucky alone in the modern strange world. He's only one who can understand being a man at a time, and said, I'm with you to the end of time. So you're telling me Civil War was pointless? Yeah, Victor, it really was. It really was pointless, Victor. But let's be honest, Civil War was literally wasn't even a Captain America movie. It was literally Avengers 3.
Oh
That,
my god.
you know.
That brings back so many dumb memories. Like how they just introduced Spider-Man into that. That's the only reason it even got more attention than usual, is because Spider-Man was in it, and it spoiled the whole thing. Like, they couldn't even keep that as a surprise. Like,
right. That was so stupid. I was like, wouldn't that be the main thing that you would want to keep exciting instead of actually showing us? And what's so funny is since I live in Atlanta, and almost every day a Marvel movie is filmed down here or whatever, they were talking. It was like whispers here anyway that they were rushing to get something together for Civil War, because that trailer that they showed of Civil War or whatever and stuff like that, they were trying to fast track all of that. They had less than 3 months to get this whole Spider-Man thing, because they were down to the wire when they were filming Civil War. And Kevin Feige actually had a different script. But when Sony at the last second agreed to put Spider-Man in Marvel Civil War, they was like, let's get him. Let's get Tom Holland. Let's hurry up. Let's get this character in here. Let's go. And they literally had to fast track that movie. That's why I don't know if anybody noticed. I don't know. Maybe you might have noticed, like that whole thing with Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland or whatever and stuff like that. All of that was rushed because they had to hurry up and film some stuff to give a good introduction to Spider-Man, because they really had no plans for Spider-Man. But Kevin really wanted Spider-Man in there. They just had to fast track him in there. So it's kind of funny when people be like, what Marvel couldn't do. But yes, they did. You saw how they rushed Spider-Man ass into Civil War, and he was never part of the plan at all. When you rewrite a movie for two characters, yeah, you screwed up. Yes, Fizz, that is definitely true. Captain America Civil War was made because of Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Yes, that's another reason why Civil War was a hot mess too, because it was trying to compete with Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. But it's Marvel, so Marvel can do a movie where shit will be on the screen for 3 hours and everybody be like, oh my god, it's excellent. It's the best Marvel cinematic movie of all time. Way better than anything DC done. And I'd be like, okay, you do realize it's a movie full of literal shit, right? But it's made for Marvel. Oh, okay. Sure.
You guys do know people aren't that shallow, right?
They are. They really are, though, because
Depends.
how many times have people really went to a Marvel movie, and every time a Marvel movie come out, it's the best thing ever. Anytime something negative has any negative things to say about that movie, it gets protected.
Depends, my friend. Well, I'm sorry to say this, guys, but we've been at this for literally 3 hours and 2 minutes now. I gotta go hit the hay.
I can kind of agree with him right now. It's just like, I've gotten a little tired, and plus, like, I don't know what else to say because I'm in this mood where I'm like,
Plus the alcohol you've been consuming.
Oh, yes.
Always consuming the alcohol, huh?
Look,
I only had one glass today, so shut up.
Trey, after everything we speak, do you truly believe you can speak about all of that without drinking?
I did.
This is why
I did too. So. I did too, but Kate, well, she needs it.
Yeah. No, I mean, we talked about what we talked about, and it was kind of fun for my first live stream on the channel. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do another one. It all, of course, to if people want me to do more. If not, that's fine. I was just doing it to kind of test this whole live stream out or whatever.
Oh, we could do an Ironheart live stream next time. Well, your recommendation would be that's a really nice one.
We could laugh at Ironheart. We could literally read one of her comic books and see how it goes.
Yes.
Kate, I'm mad. My eyes twitched when you said Ironheart. I don't know why it twitched. Oh my god.
Because no one likes her, not even black people. I mean, they do know that Riri is a stereotypical code name for black teenagers who are mentally disabled, right?
Yeah.
I guess they wanted to make that into a badge of honor, Nat. then because of the whole Snowflake and safe space situation where the guy's just like, those are badges of honor. And I'm like, oh,
Right.
fuck you.
Oh my God,
all
no.
new, all different live stream. That's a good one. That's a good title for next live stream. All new, all different. Yes, Fizz, I'll do the stream on Sunday.
Yeah, we could even talk about the new Warriors and the little Mr. Kibblesmith. Hey, we never did that Pride read.
We'll have to do that. Actually, we're going to be doing that next weekend, so that's going to be fun.
Okay then.
All right, cool then. Well, tell all the audience guys where to find you guys, and I'll put all of that.
You know where to find me. You know where to find me. My channel. I'm Fenrir the Ice Wolf. You all know me. I walk around with these two because they're a group of fun assholes. We're all a bunch of little merry band assholes.
Yeah.
And Kate.
Oh yeah, you can find me at DazzlingKate22, and I mostly do art videos, nerdy news like Trey does and Finn does, and drawing videos. So you'll most likely find me doing that, and I occasionally do live streams with these two jerks.
And you guys already know me as Trey. Hey, catch me on this channel. I haven't done any drawing videos yet, but maybe I might upload one because I keep forgetting to do one. Hey, I talk about whatever I want to on my channel, and hey, if you like it, that's cool. If not, that's fine. But hey, it's all cool here, and you'll catch me on Dazzling Kate or Finn's channel doing live streams with these people. I'll be on Fizzaro's stream Sunday if anybody wants to watch that as well. But yeah, that will be the end of the video, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everybody. Yeah.